Scotland, curling's founding nation, a game steeped in tradition, a thread that weaves through the tartan of Scotland's rich history, a game that now reaches around the world. Witness Sweden's Peter Lindholm, world champion in 1999, runner-up in 1998, and now playing in his third final in 4 years. The #2 curling nation in the world with sights set on Canada. The leading nation. A dominance reinforced yesterday as BC's Kelly Law with a first-year foursome that beat the law of averages. Victory over Sweden, setting the stage for their BC brothers and a Canadian double. Greg McAulay, underrated and understated, quietly won the Brier. But wearing the maple leaf brings the weighty mantle of Canadian curling expectations. McAulay has met the challenge, breezing to the world final, and now poised for a Canadian sweep in Glasgow. Championship Curling on CBC. From Glasgow, Scotland, the men's final of the Ford World Curling Championships. Today, the Greg McAulay rink of British Columbia meets the Peter Lindholm foursome of Sweden. Welcome to the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, where a partisan Canadian crowd awaits the men's final of this Ford World Curling Championship in Scotland. Good morning, Canada. Well, BC's Greg McAulay is in uncharted territory. A first-time Canadian champion in his first ever world final, but he's been first all week, leading the round robin with an 8-1 record. And this is what he did in the semifinals. He made swift work, look at that, of the USA's Craig Brown, 11-3 in a match conceded after 9 ends. Sweden's Peter Lindholm was right behind him, though, second in the round robin, and equally as impressive in the semifinal with a win over Finland. 8 times Canadian teams have swept the men's and women's world championships, but just once before have teams from the same province done the double. That was back in 1980 when Rick Folk and Marge Mitchell did the trick. BC's Greg McAulay wants to do the same here today, but he'll have his hands full against the experienced Peter Lindholm of Sweden. For their thoughts, let's go to the experienced Don Whitman and Don Dugan.
Thank you, Mark. Hi, everybody. This matchup, Canada against Sweden, has the potential, I would suggest, Don Dugan, to be one of the best World Championship finals we've seen in quite some time.
Well, you got two great teams. Peter Lindholm, I think, has been one of the dominant teams in Europe for the last 10 years. You got Greg McAulay, who I think plays with a lot of courage and a lot of heart. They make a lot of shots. They'll go after each other right from the opening end, I think. Who's going to make the mistakes depends on what kind of calls they make. So I think we're in for a real exciting game.
During round-robin play, Canada won by a lopsided 9-3 margin, but that really doesn't mean anything in this championship game, does it?
No, it changes everything. I mean, it doesn't mean anything if there's a little bit of incentive. Of course, it's for Sweden to get back at Canada, but Canada's really been playing strong, Don. They've been dominant all week, and they're just a solid, solid team.
Well, McAulay certainly had the best record during round-robin play, 8 wins and 1 loss. Lindholm, the 1997 world champion, a 7-2 record. He likes to play a very aggressive game, and on every end in this championship match, we could see a lot of rocks in play. Mark?
Well, Don, the international rules of engagement at the Ford World Curling Championships are different from those played in Canada, and here are the differences. The 4-rock free guard zone is in effect. Canada playing, of course, the 3-rock rule back home. Each team gets 75 minutes to play the match. That's 2 more than in Canada, but there are no timeouts. And remember, yesterday we saw Lucia Ebnother of Switzerland release her final stone with only 8 seconds left on the clock. Could it be a factor here today? We're about ready for first rocks of the men's Ford World Curling Championships as we go back to the booth and Don.
And Canada will be playing red stones and will have last rock advantage as a result of a first-place finish during round-robin competition. And Greg McAulay, the skip, was the leading percentage shooter among all skips during the week. He curled a phenomenal 83%. Peter Lindholm wasn't that far behind. He was #2 ranked at 80%. These teams both curled very well. 9-3, a loss Sweden to Canada in the round robin. Their other setback 6-2 at the hands of Norway. Canada lost just one game, and that was after first place had been clinched. They dropped an 8-7 decision to Switzerland. Peter Narup will lead things off for the Swedish team.
And ice running very, very quickly. It's about 24 seconds from hog line to the tee line. I asked Peter Lindholm at the start, did he like the ice? He says, I love this ice. It's beautiful ice to throw on.
A 30-year-old computer consultant. He has been with Lindholm for 19 years. Contrast lead Jody Swystrup in his first year with the Greg McAulay team.
Where is it? Hard. Coming down. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Rubbing off the Swedish stone into the rings. And of course that stone, delivered by Swystrup, can now be removed.
Normal! Lite lös! Lös normal! Nej, ingenting. Ingenting, Thomas. 9,70. Okay.
Narup's shooter remains in play, but outside the rings.
Like that. Corner guard.
You'll see that rock on the right-hand side, Don. It's got lots of room between the boards and the rings. International competition, the sheets are 15 feet 7 inches wide. And if you compare that to the Canadian sheet of ice, it's only 14 foot 2. So there's another foot of room there that they can put a rock on.
Halfway.
Mickey and Pierce work on the delivery by Swystrup.
All right. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Now this is a little bit different call for Canada. They could have gone around the center guard again because they know the ice and they knew the weight, but they elected to throw up a corner guard and try to utilize it later on in this end.
Helst inget! Framkant! Framkant! Ja! Tid! Tid som tid! Hela vägen! Ja! 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 Ja!
Magnus Swartling pulls his first stone behind cover at the top of the forefoot. He's a 30-year-old systems developer. All 4 members of this Swedish team are with computer firms.
And that's a nice draw early in this game. First rock by Swartling. He puts it in the forefoot. Whoa! Partially buried. Whoa! And that's the advantage of having to practice on this ice.
Great shot.
Great shot is right.
If you watched our coverage of the championship game at the Brier, you'll remember that Brian Mickey made a lot of shots like this in the championship game against Russ Howard.
Well, when he's on, there's nobody better at his position. He can really curl like that. Trying to get a bit of a roll here.
Okay. Swartling punches the red Canadian stone right through. And now Greg McAulay will attempt to draw in behind it with the second stone of this opening end from 30-year-old Brian Mickey. He lives in New Westminster and is a leak survey technician with BC Gas.
The toughest thing to do early in a curling game is you play a really good hit with your first one, make a nice raised double takeout or a takeout, and now you're forced to draw to the corner of the sheet around the guard.
Oh, not too close.
And just pulled a bit short.
Good.
Mickey played with Brent Pierce in the junior competition in 1987. and hooked up with McAulay and went to the Brier in 1998 in Winnipeg. And of course, they wound up winning it this year in their second trip to the Brier.
Framkant vidt. Framkant rot. Gärna kjølap. Straks 10 10 fort. Upp. Framkant vidt. Framkant hänger upp. Framkant vidt. Vara vidt. Vara vidt. Ja! Ja! Måste fin. Hela vägen! Kom igen!
You have to watch this Swedish team brush. They are powerful.
Ja! Nej, bra.
But they can't get it to the rings. Thomas Nordin, the third, is actually the newcomer to the rink. He's only been with the other three for 9 years. Lindholm, Swartling, and Narup have been together 19 years. Now, some teams in Canada change personnel that many times during the course of 1 year.
You got that right. Yes, they're long-time friends, and they curl together. They're very compatible. That's what makes them such a good team.
He didn't slam that, too.
Yeah. Can we jam it sideways
You
or
can
what?
roll on the rings here.
Yeah, okay. Think like this.
Yep, okay.
Trying to hit and roll onto the rings in the open side.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Whoa. Hard.
All right. Whoa.
Good shot. Excellent shot.
If this is any indication, Brent Pierce is going to be at the top of his game today.
Well, you know, the thing I noticed about Brent Pierce all week long is he's not just content to make the shot. He wants to make it perfect, absolutely perfect every time. He's a perfectionist, and 9 out of 10 times he makes them perfect.
This could be an interesting battle at third stone between Pierce and Nordin. Nordin was the #1 in percentage shooting during the week at 85%. Pierce was #2 at 83%. And Nordin gets a roll behind cover to the other side.
Bra kväll, Johan.
Nej, bra.
That could be used to Canada's advantage now, because McAulay will go around those guards and try to maybe, if he doesn't get completely buried, expose half a rock, and they may jam it on that one at the back. You see, it's wide open. They could make a pass at it, maybe roll to the inside, but Greg McAulay is asking Brent Pierce to play the draw.
Hard line. Hard line. Hard line, guys.
Hard.
Need to wait. Hard line. Come on.
Hard. Right up.
Come on, guys. Keep going. Push hard. Come on.
Hurry. Come on.
Keep going, guys. Keep going. Keep going.
Hard.
Keep going. Get it up.
Hard.
Get it up. Get it
Bump
up.
Sorry.
A little bit quiet, pulled over and just touched the guard. I don't think he would have made the rings with that draw.
Pierce is a 30-year-old inside account manager with EMCO.
Då är vi bakom den.
Ja.
Now, advantage Sweden here.
How is it? Normal?
I think so, yeah. It's pretty keen. Okay.
Lindholm takes a lot of time when he settles down in the hack.
He concentrates very, very hard. Little step back in behind the rock. Feather like touch.
där
He
känns
has
det.
with draws.
Nej, det känns strikt.
Ja! Ja!
Bakkant vitt.
Kom igen!
Bakkant blått. Bakkant vitt.
Kom igen!
Nej, det är inte riktigt.
Kör nu! Kom igen! Bara in.
He doesn't get the desired result, but the shooter does roll onto the ring. Sweden lies 2.
Nej, bra. Det är bra fart.
Well, a decision here for Canada. Do you play the hit or do you play the draw?
Okay, Barry, let's go. Okay.
Greg McAulay has opted for the draw.
They'd like to get into that area. In front of the tee line, of course, that we so often talk about. He has to be full 12 foot, but he'd like to get a good piece of that 8 foot behind cover.
McAulay has had the touch all week.
He really has. And this is the spot in the ice where you let it go and let it run for a little bit. Then you get the brushing on it. If it's a little bit light and really brush it because it'll hook big time at the end. It'll finish.
Whoa, room early.
Native of Selkirk, Manitoba, with that
How's the weight?
delivery.
The Manitoba
Ton of room right now.
He's got lots of weight on this.
Close.
They're not in, but now they're starting to brush it, so he's close.
Wait, guys, wait. Off for a sec. Off for a sec.
Whoa.
Yep,
Whoa.
hard. Hard, go every inch. Hard, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, shot.
Into the 4-foot to lie 1.
It never quite finished for him.
Checker. Sarri, bort och vika bakom då.
You can see it's pretty well in behind there. Lots of room from the guards, though, to the shot
Jajamän,
block.
det går faktiskt tyngre. Ja.
En halva eller? Lite mer. Ja.
And again, for those of you watching back in Canada, as Peter Lindholm settles down in the hack, note the amount of time he takes. Sometimes it seems as though he's never going to release the rock. But he has certainly proved himself at both the junior level and at the World Championship level.
Got lots of weight on this rock.
And he's on line, but they won't save the shooter. So it's a draw to the 8-foot for McAulay to pick up 1 point on this opening end.
Well, Sweden accomplished what they set out to do, hold Canada to 1. When they have last rocks, they've negated the last rock advantage.
Well, we may be prematurely saying hold
Yes.
Canada to 1. There is the possibility that Sweden could steal 2.
Yes, it's not a given that he's going to make this one, but
The odds would certainly favor McAulay drawing into
Where is it?
the 8-foot ring at least.
Blind skid.
Clean. Clean it.
Blind skid.
Clean it.
It's real good.
When you hear those words, clean it, you know he's close.
oh yes. He'll be around that 4-foot.
Almost the identical spot to where his last stone came to rest. And with final stone on the opening end, Greg McAulay draws for the opening point.
The world is actually made up of 2 worlds. The for now and the forever. In the for now, we choose the moments, the places, and the people that matter. In the forever, our paths are forged and hearts are anchored. But if you find a place where these 2 worlds meet, go to it. It'll give you a reason to come home at the end of the day.
At Nokia, we've discovered that adjusting the color of your phone can be this easy. With Express On color covers for the Nokia 5100 series wireless phone. Nokia. Connecting people.
back pain slows you down, turn to Robaxacet with 2 active ingredients, one to relieve back pain, the other to relax tense back muscles. It's the brand doctors and pharmacists recommend most, so you can get back into step. Robaxacet, helping you walk away from back pain.
Ford World Curling Championships on CBC. Brought to you by Labatt, Good Things Brewing. By Karcher, quality cleaning equipment. And by Ford, for now, forever.
A large contingent of Canadian fans from coast to coast in Canada making the trek to Glasgow for the World Championships, and I have never seen as many Canadian flags in a crowd as are in evidence here at the Braehead Arena at any international curling event.
No, it's nice to see that all these people travel all this way to support their Canadian teams. That's great for curling.
Jody Swystrup, an office manager with Flatiron KWH Constructors, joined the firm in November and then shortly after hit the curling trail, and he was saying the company has just been great in allowing him time off, of course, for the Brier and time off for the World Championships. But he said, I think I'm going to have to make up for it in the summer.
Yes, he said he's going to have to pay dearly in the summertime. But good for that company. That's great. It's great to see that they support their employees and the game of curling.
No extra charge for the plug, Jody.
No. Anyway, it'll be interesting now that Peter Lindholm has last rock. They're both very aggressive teams, so I think they're going to go after each other when they have last rock. McAulay, of course, is trying to force him to play in the house. He put it in the rings. He's going to see what Peter's going to do.
Lite kortare.
You know, and it's almost predictable how these two will play because they know and understand the game so well. When they don't have last rock, they put it in the rings, and when they do have last rock, they throw up corner guards. So you'll see this scenario, this setup of an end almost every end, unless it's a runaway. And I don't think that's going to happen.
Body root. Where is that?
It's gonna need the weight, right?
Hard then. Right up. Hard then. Hard.
This Canadian foursome out of the Royal City Curling Club in New Westminster. And for those of you on the West Coast watching, it's a very early start to your day. Curling with your coffee. It's about, what, 25 past 7 in Vancouver and vicinity right now.
Of course, 3 rocks only being played, so Peter Lindholm can't run any of those guards back. So he's going to play the intern draw. Come around.
Framkant vid.
Kan du höra lite? Nej, inte för farten. Tryck lite.
Hård sop eller bara
Nej, trycker. Fart. Framkant rött.
Upp. Framkant rött. Ligger bra. Ligger jättebra.
Framkant rött. Precis
Gärna det.
Precis ner emot. Tryck lite. Japp. Japp.
Talking to members of this Swedish team, they really like the ice movement here at the Braehead Arena. And credit is due to Shorty Jenkins, Hans Wuthrich, and Dave Merklinger. They have done a superb job.
They really have. And that's all you ask for when you get to this level is to have good ice. But, you know, when we have our Canadian championships, whether it be the Scott Tournament or the men's,
Line's good. Lots of room.
ice has always been tremendous.
Where is that?
Right there.
Where's there?
Maybe a little heavy. Might be right around it.
Hard. Hard then. Hard. Hard. Got to get past it. Hard. Right up. Right up. Right up. Come on. Come on. Oh, you get. Right back. Right back.
Well, that's not a bad shot. At least he got by that one, because if he stopped right beside it, there was a chance for a double. And that would make it very difficult to play that third shot rock belonging to Sweden trying to get at it.
In addition to being a fine curler, Mickey won the Sportsmanship Award this year at the Brier in Saskatoon.
Lite löst. Lite löst. Japp. Bara spula upp. Normal. Upp.
Lite du. Japp! Ja! Ja! Bra spel, härligt.
Swartling removes one Canadian stone, but Canada still has shot rock. There are 2 Swedish stones in the rings.
And now, Greg McAulay asking Brian Vicky to hit and roll down. He'd like to roll behind the center guard and those 2 that are in the rings.
Nice weight.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Hard, hard!
Whoa.
Hard!
Hard. Right up. Hard. Right up.
There's the hit, and the roll will take this stone too far. It stays on the edge of the 12-foot.
Wait, break. Normal. Okay.
Lindholm looking at the angle required to
Yeah.
push the red stone back onto the yellow, onto the red.
Raise takeout.
Lift.
Rocks are in so tight behind that guard, he has to play the run back.
And Swartling delivers.
The Swedish rock just kind of came across the face and it moved a little bit to the right-hand side, so there is about a half a rock
Bumper. Or
for Canada to make a pass at this one.
Down normal.
And you hear Brent Pierce saying, down normal. It's gotta be, you're getting close to the center line now, so this rock, they got to be careful that it doesn't take off on them.
Hard!
Real hard.
Easy.
Whoa.
Easy.
Whoa. Up. Up for a minute. No.
That's a good shot. Beautiful touch.
Not only does he remove the yellow stone, but he moves the 2 red rocks around in the rings.
He's got his game face on today, boy. He is intense.
You get an idea of just how intense he is when he makes a delivery and you focus on his eyes.
Yeah.
Big shot for Sweden here.
Side.
Trying to go between the 2 guards out in front. Get a little bit of roll behind the center guard.
Up. Drink side. Helt up.
He could remove 2 Canadian stones here. Just misses.
I don't think that they could have swept that maybe, Don, and got a little bit of a roll behind the center guard instead of rolling into the open and make the double, but I think they were really having trouble getting by that first guard. They had to wait till it curled.
Hard. Yep.
Real hard.
Look at the intensity in the eyes of Brent Pierce.
Real hard.
He's going to have to go hard this one because he turned that one a bit.
Come on.
Right up.
Hard.
Right up.
Right up. Yep.
Boy, good brushing held that up. By Swystrup and Nicky Boyett, they hung right in there and beat it to death and got it right there.
Samma.
It looked to me like Brent was a little bit inside of
Samma
that one.
fart. Säger de hackfart? Det går att vicka då, tror du? Jag spelar sarg. Okej.
Well, they have to make this one.
Yep.
But 3
Oh,
rocks
sorry.
down there, though, so they should know how it runs.
Yep. Dryg sarg. Något mer än sarg. Yep. Upp. Dryg sarg. Upp. Upp.
Through the hole and onto that Canadian stone, pushing it back onto the other rock. But the rock just delivered rolls into the open.
That was a good shot because they really had to wait till it curled at the end to get by the guard on the center line.
Let him do it.
All right. Normal.
hit and roll right behind that forefoot.
Hit and roll towards
And the center guard. If he rolls away from the center line, Don, there's a good chance that Peter Lindholm will just draw around the center guard.
We talked earlier about Swystrup being away from work for a prolonged period. The same applies to all members of the team. Greg McAulay is an auto body technician with Richmond Chrysler. And he was saying they've been very good in giving him time off to participate in his favorite sport. And Canada now lies 3.
We were playing that.
You know, this is what you call playing with a lot of confidence here. Canada's lying 3-1 in the forefoot. Lindholm is going to ignore them all and draw around the center guard.
22, right? Because, I mean, we go behind the button.
Well, it gives him something that's easy roll to, right?
For sure, he's got to make it perfect. He does, but we can't even stop him. That's the only thing.
Yep.
Now, that one there is a little tough. Well, yeah. To see.
Canada's already talking about their next shot. They're always planning ahead. What happens if the opposing team does this? What happens if the opposing team does that?
I think at the Olympics, Lindholm was once timed at 40 seconds sitting in the hack before delivering the story.
Ja! Ja, det känns. Framkant runt. Ja! Nej, bara fart. Bara fart. Ja! Ja! Lång bakkant vitt. Upp. Bakkant vitt.
Well, it looks like he's got a lot of weight here. Oh, boy.
This one is going to slide right out the back. So now McAulay can really apply pressure by putting one in the top of the 4.
Yeah, that's very surprising to me. I would not have thought Peter would have missed that one. Now for Canada, they have a great opportunity here to really put a lot of pressure on. If Canada can put the rock right in there half around, that'd be a great spot. That Lindholm's really going to have to come down to that other one that's open. Huge shot here for Greg McAulay.
Easy early. Whoa!
Never.
He said easy early, he said. Well, that means that he's strong too.
Christ.
And he said when he released it, no line.
Yep. Make sure we get back here. Okay, it's already there. Yep.
Well, both Lindholm and McAulay may have found a slick spot on the ice.
Well, remember yesterday when Julie Skinner was playing, she was saying that there's a fast spot there, but it runs so straight when you get outside the 8-foot.
Just this side. You were probably on that side. I'm surprised Peter, too.
See, this is a nervy call. You just sailed one through the house. Now you're taking exactly the same ice. You have a tendency to take off weight. The question is, how much do you take off? So this is a very, very tough shot for Peter Lindholm.
In 1997 in Bern, Switzerland, he beat Kevin Martin in the semifinal and then Andy Capp in the final to claim the world title.
Well, it looks like he's there.
Ingen rygg. Nej, finns ingen rygg. Nej, den är lång. Finns ingen rygg. Lång.
He's there for sure.
Ta den mot den bakre.
Maybe a little bit long.
This is going to be a steal of 1 for Canada.
Tala fart!
Oh, a big steal for Canada.
So after 2, Canada is up by 2.
So, you got an RCA TV with Guide Plus Gold. Gosh, that's got to make you feel good. What with this instant 7-day on-screen summary of your favorite shows? Bet the guys are impressed. Probably on their way over right now to watch the big game. Trash the place, eat you out of house and home, that kind of thing. The RCA with Guide Plus Gold. It's gonna be very popular.
AutoPro, service always first.
With its built-in phone directory, alarm clock, calendar, and optional vibrating alert, you'll discover the easy-to-use Nokia 6100 series wireless phone is very helpful at planning your day. Nokia. Connecting people.
Bill's family opened the store in '36. Now we're carrying on. Our customers feel free to ask questions. We've earned their trust. We're always on the go. We like it that way.
At True Value, you'll find a complete lineup of national manufacturing hardware and fasteners to get the job done right. Save $3 and stock up on Glad's Big Orange or Big Clear Garden garbage bags, $5.97 each. True Value. Help is just around the corner.
Look out, motorists. Old Man Winter's out to get you.
You're cold and cruel and you don't fight fair. That's okay. See if I can.
No matter what winter throws at you, Prestone Antifreeze is how you fight back.
Hit me with your best shot.
Kick Old Man Winter in the teeth with the #1 way to fight corrosion and protect your aluminum radiator to 64 below.
Hit me with your best shot.
Get in the Prestone zone so nothing can stop you now.
Next generation of curler enjoying this one, a 2-0 Canadian lead after 2 ends here in the men's final. The Stanley Cup playoffs start Wednesday. 3 Canadian teams have made it. Matt Sundin and the Leafs go up against Braddock Bonk and the Senators in one matchup. Doug Waite's Edmonton Oilers will meet either the defending champions from Dallas or St. Louis. Pick your poison, if you will. Our coverage beginning Wednesday on Labatt Hockey Night in Canada. To the third end and back to Don and Don.
Yes, and last night, of course, Ottawa eliminated Montreal from playoff contention. The Maple Leafs hit the 100-point mark for the first time in their history, and Alexander Salavanov had a 3-goal performance as Edmonton defeated Calgary by a score of 6-3. The San Jose Vancouver game tonight, the final night of National Hockey League action, will determine whether Edmonton will be facing Dallas or St. Louis in the first round of Stanley Cup play. And of course, you'll see it all on CBC television.
It's very unusual that you would see Peter Lindholm miss 2 draws like that.
En som kliker upp. Han lite kortare.
Greg McAulay put his off the top of the board, but they might have Canada minus goal too. So for now, Peter Lindholm's going to chase Canada a bit here. But chasing them and catching them is one thing. And if you're chasing the team and you do not have your draw weight, you could be in a lot of trouble. The Canadian team are grinders down there. They like to grind it out. They like to force you to make the mistakes. And if they're on, there's nobody better. First saw this team play a lot in the '98 Brier in Winnipeg, and I was really impressed with them.
Mine's good.
Prior to the World Championships, this team had played 100 games.
Gonna lose line.
And in prepping for the Worlds and then playing the games in the World, they're probably up around 120 now.
That's a lot of games. And they chase that cash circuit pretty good too, so that's where they get the great competition.
Yeah, they won about $34,000 on the cash circuit. And they actually watched the Brier semifinal and the final from Saskatoon on CBC television while they were in Winnipeg getting ready for the World Curling Tour final.
Well, that center guard right on the center line belongs to Canada, about a foot in front of the rings, and that's to Canada's advantage. They'll try to hit this one and roll behind and force Sweden to play in the center where they don't want to play. They have last rock, and if they're forced to draw to the 4-foot, it might be too congested with all the rocks being played in the 4-foot. So they'd like to play on the wings a bit more, Sweden.
Hard! Hard! Real hard! Right up! Hard!
Oh, for another inch.
Come on. Yep.
You can see the brush being held by Peter Lindholm. He's given about 3 inches of ice. Means it runs fairly straight and should work nicely at the end for him.
Ingenting norr jag tar den, ja.
They wanted a little flop in behind the red stone, and it is partially behind cover.
Like that? No, okay. Good shot.
Oh. Well, they
down normal throw
either play the raised takeout or just play it wide open like Greg is calling it right now.
Yep. Hard. Push it back. Real hard. Push it. Yep. Right up. Right up. Hard. Hard.
He's
Right
all
up.
over the guard.
Roll it up. Oh, yeah, bumper. Okay. Good.
Heard Greg McAulay saying he only had bumper, which means he wanted a little bit more weight than that. A little bit more weight. The rock would have run straighter and then moved at the end. He might have picked it out of there, but by being quiet, the rock curled.
Framkant vet! Ner in! Jag måste väl dit nu. Nej, det där! Inte för nära! Jag måste ner!
Well by the guard.
Jana mycket nu! Nej, precis framför dig. Bara stanna nu. Ingenting.
There's always a lot of conversation among all 4 members of the Swedish rink as the rock is making its way down the ice.
I don't like that.
Greg McAulay wants to play the freeze.
Play that first.
I like running the guard back.
This ain't bad.
We're asking for a 3-ender, boys.
You heard Brent Pierce saying you're asking for a 3-ender here. What he's afraid of, if he hits and stays right there, Sweden go in behind that guard again. They have last rock. There's a good chance they could score 3.
Whoa, whoa.
Easy,
whoa.
easy, whoa!
Easy! Oh. Okay.
De har ju den, men det spelar ingen roll. Jag tycker vi drar hit. Ja.
That's where he wants it.
Ja.
That's what Brent Pierce was talking about. We're asking for a 3-ender. If I hit and roll away anywhere in the rings, they'll go around that guard again. That's exactly what they're playing.
Oh, it was a long corner guard that got Kelly Law into some difficulty on the 9th end in their match against Switzerland yesterday.
But they're well by this guard. I mean, they're clearing this guard by a good 1.5 to 2 feet. They do all its moving at the end, and that's why they're sweeping so hard. Well, that shot rock is accessible with the outturn. Greg always puts the brush down and then looks down at Brent to see if he kind of
How much do I have to hit to get the double? Across the top.
Don't want to jam it.
How much?
How much you say?
3/4. Small 3/4.
Small 3/4.
Need what you can see.
Might not be a bad plan. Down normal?
Okay.
There's one thing about it, if he corners that guard and gets it out of there, Sweden's going to have to make a play on that rock that's in the house. They may get a chance for a double on McAulay's first rock, so this is a tough shot, though.
Hard! 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 Whoa! 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 Okay.
Well, if you're going to miss on the inside and at least remove the guard.
Vi slår här. Vi lägger bara upp oss.
Ja.
That's what Peter's talking about. If he hits and stays right there, there's a chance for a double for Canada.
That's why I didn't like that first shot at all.
Well, if he knows it there.
Don Katarina Nyberg, the four-time world champion from Sweden, has joined us on ice level and is helping us with translation. Can you let us in on what Peter Lindholm's thinking right now?
They're talking about maybe a split or making the draw. I think they decided the draw.
Boy, that's a ton of ice
Känns 10
for
fort!
this draw.
3-10! Bakkant vitt! Nej, det är längre. Bakkant blått. Bakkant vitt. Bakkant
Now
blått.
it should start hooping pretty good.
Bakkant vitt. Nej, bakkant blått. Res. Ingenting. Vitt. Inte ett
Well by
drag.
the guard.
Igenom. Nej, jag tror den är kvar. Great, go hard, go hard, go hard, go hard. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Bra spel.
Ooh, ends up third shot. Canada's lying second shot.
So isn't the third supposed to take those stones? with the skip yelling, sweep, sweep, sweep.
Yeah, he's got to throw the rock.
Try to push, but that's kind of suicidal on that. Or we can try to run the triple.
There. Here's not bad.
Yeah, that kind of might hold the two. So it might. The only thing is you got to watch this, eh? We go here, he goes boom, boom, it sits. Well, 3 only. All right, that's a shot. Even if we get right there. Put her in there, bud. Let's go. Top 4.
Boy, this is a tough call. You can see the ice he's taking. He wants to pull this rock right into this area here and kind of angle it on this yellow one that's shot rock. This is a big shot. And I think he's a little bit nervous about playing the out turn because he would just hit and maybe roll over to his red one and set up a double that way. And that's why he's playing the shot. If he gets it in there, he'll be lying first and third.
Where is it? Yep. Get room.
Just for weight. A lot of room yet.
Yeah, a lot of room still.
Let
A lot of
move.
room. We can wait. Yep.
Hard. Through.
We can wait. Yep, hard and reach. Hard, come on, hard. Right back. Come on.
Hard.
Come on.
Shot.
They had to wait for the stone to make its move before putting the brush to it.
And they got it partially around there. I don't know if the angle's enough that Sweden would jam it.
Eller om vi ska försöka jobba här.
Inom mellanrum.
Känns jobbigt att komma upp. I och för sig, om vi tjappar är det ingen katastrof heller. Nej, för då har ni svårt slag för att göra dubbeln. Och då har vi ändå den.
Katrina, could you help us out?
Jag försöka komma upp till
Talking about to make a hit on the nose on the red stone.
Ja, men gör det någonting. Kommer vi upp tjapp, så menar då skitsvårt för honom att förhindra oss att få 2.
He It's okay, you think, if the red goes back to the yellow one and jams it?
Vi behöver komma upp så kan man aldrig räkna in den i framkant. Vilken fart då? Hackfart? Ja. Lite dryg bakhand bara. Ja.
I think the speed weight will be backline.
They're just going to throw it very, very softly.
Så det är ett skrapp där du kan få ta.
He's talking backline. And he'd like to come right down in here and just hit this one and stay right there, but drive this one right out of the right in between the hole there. You can see the ice he's taking. He's got lots of ice, so he has to be very, very soft with this takeout.
Greg McAulay drew for one with final stone on end 1. Canada stole a point on end 2 when Lindholm was heavy with his final stone draw attempt.
Bakhand, gå! Ja! Rätt! Ja! Ja! Kom igen! Ja! Kom igen!
Boy, that rock is taking off big time. He's all over the guard. He's all over the guard.
Kom igen! Upp!
And quiet. Oh boy.
Okay. Okay.
Well, so far, this is not the Peter Lindholm we have seen in previous world competition.
That's 3 in a row he's missed.
För att det var bakhand vitt när det kom fram. Det kan ju inte vara, det är inte ens 10 fart. Back 4. Let's go.
And you just heard Brent Pierce say to Greg McAulay, okay, let's go, back 4 foot. So it's obviously a draw. T-line's in line. He'd like to get back in here somewhere. You know, maybe behind that one. That's a tough call. You don't want to line it up. See the danger of playing the guard here. Lindholm could maybe angle raise one of those rocks out there. That's why he wants to get the other one in here.
Where is it? Make sure. Back 4. Up line. Okay, let rope. All yours.
That's good. A lot of room.
All yours right now.
Close. All right.
All yours, guys.
Rope.
All yours. Gotta be 4 foot.
Hut.
Gotta be 4. Gotta stay 4 foot, guys.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great shot. That's a beautiful shot. Now that's control. Absolute control. And I think he's forcing Lindholm to play the draw, because if he ever plays the angle raise and misses it, Canada's going to steal 2.
Något rätt insida. På gula. Typ chappen kan vi säga.
Ja, det är inte insida.
Katrina Nyberg of Sweden listening in for us.
Nej, okej, men lite innanför chappen.
Hur vill du ha den? Make a hit on the nose, I think, on the yellow line, maybe a little bit on the inside, they're saying.
Yeah.
You think there's the possibility of a raise for a double takeout?
Yep. He has to hit it right over there, just like that. And it'll carry through, hit the red one will take the other red one out. And they'll end up with 2. This is a big, big gamble shot. I mean, because if he ever hits it too thin and Canada steals 2, now he's down 4-0. But where have we heard that saying? Risk and reward? This could be it.
There it is.
What a great shot.
With the final stone of N3, Peter Lindholm, who struggled on the second end with 2 draw attempts, and with his first stone on this third, gets a pair, and the game is tied.
At Scott Paper, we've seen a generation of women aspire to compete at the Scott Tournament of Hearts. And we've had the privilege of being there from the start of some amazing careers. Join Scott Paper in our continued support of future champions. Look for the Scott Tournament of Hearts logo on every package of these fine products.
He was lost in a deep field of past champions, big guns and top guns who basked in the spotlight of Canada's curling spectacle. But BC's Greg McAulay was underestimated all the way to the title.
It was great because all those guys just took all the pressure away from us, from everybody, and they just left us alone, and we just kept getting W's, and I'd give them 2 minutes in the media scrums, and they'd go off and find somebody else, and which was good. We got out of there, we got our rest, and focused, and it showed. We came out on top.
A week into the national spotlight, then back into the headlights, to the auto body garage where he earns his living, only now he's living with celebrity.
We've been back for almost 2 weeks, and all my time has been booked. Like, I haven't even had time to really do anything, you know, other than, you know, you get your suits ready and you get everything ready, and all the interviews and the papers, and we did a really nice charity thing out, and when we got back last Sunday out at Royal City, and for Sandra Schmirler and the Cancer Society, we raised with Kelly and our team and New West Curling at Royal City, they raised over $6,000 in an afternoon.
Juggling family into his busy schedule of full-time work and big-time curling remains a priority for McAulay. This world is what makes curlers different from other athletes.
My girls are great, and they enjoy watching me on TV. And when I get back from the Worlds, they want me to come into their grade 3 classroom and talk to them all about curling. All their young friends want me to, so that's going to be exciting.
Ron Northcott wins the first silver broom ever for Canada.
Canada's been the curling lords for years, and you know, as representing the whole country, I think you got to set your sights on winning the gold.
Well, Greg McAulay certainly has curled well this year, getting to this championship game, but what a courageous call by Peter Lindholm, and how well executed to pick up 2 on N3.
Oh, it's a fantastic shot, and that's going to give his team a huge lift going into the 4th end. I mean, that was an unbelievable shot, because he could have maybe hit that a little on the higher side and ended up with nothing. Canada stealing 2, but what a great shot.
But Lindholm is certainly not afraid to attempt that type of shot.
No, he certainly isn't. He's been around a long time. He comes to Canada a lot curling in competitions, and he knows and understands the game. He obviously knows the risks involved of playing shots like that, but he plays with a lot of confidence when he made it. But, you know, I was a little bit nervous for him because he had missed 3 in a row, 2 very simple draws, and of course then his first one. In the 3rd end, he wasn't very close to making that first one in that end. But great shot. Now we'll see how it affects the Canadian team.
Through 3 ends, Narup has the edge over his Canadian counterpart, Jody Sweister.
A lot of room. Tons of line. Loads of room. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A lot of weight too, huh?
No, not really.
Here comes. No? Here comes. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no.
Coming in.
Got lots,
Coming in.
Whoop. Hurt. Hurt. Hurt now. Hurt. Hurt.
That's a nice shot. That shot there sets up the whole end for Canada. I mean, Sweden puts one out in front right on the center line. Perfect spot, 2.5 feet in front of the house. You have to nail that one. If you're going to try and score two, then you have to get your lead and nail that first one and force the other team to come after you. And that's exactly what he's done with that shot.
I fart. Trycker. Långt ut. Ingen tid. Pia, helt upp. Bromsar. Dra mycket, nu är helt upp. Helröd. Helröd. Bromsar massor nu. Ingenting efter träff. Ja, bra jobbat. Bra jobbat.
Lindholm wanted Narup to sit on top of the red stone. He just nudged it back.
And this is a very difficult piece of ice here because the rock runs absolutely straight all the way down until the very end. If you just got draw weight, it'll move.
Can we hit it, nudge ours over, maybe? Or nose it? Who would hack? Hack weight. Gotta get to the nose.
Well, McAulay appears to be quite accommodating to requests from other members of the team.
Yep.
Well, it's a team game, and everybody has to agree.
Can't hit the guard. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Easy. Easy. Hard. Whoop. That what? Nice shot.
Very nice shot. That's a nice shot. Any more weight than that, you know, you're going to hit on the high side and jam it on your own. So weight was a critical factor in that, making that shot. Good shot by Jody.
Frågan är om vi inte ska lämna det här läget. Plocka den chappen som med renhållning, rulla av. Okej? Okej.
And Lindholm realizes the danger here. So
the rock, but I didn't move it.
You heard Peter say, I touched the rock, but I didn't move it.
Yep, yep. Yep. Yeah! Yeah! No, helt upp, yep. Yep. Yep.
Swartling only gets the back rock as he raised his own. Canada still lies one. Swartling is having a perfect game while Ryan Mickey is struggling a little.
Surely not late. Where is it? Whoa, group. Where is it?
Yeah, trying to come off their own.
No, actually, wait's good. Wait. No line. Close. Wow. Whoa. No
Must have hit it a little fuller.
No, Joe.
That's a pretty good shot. It's not behind cover, but it's over in the corner. You just had to hit that one a little bit thicker. There is an opportunity now for Sweden, of course, to hit that one and roll behind cover and end up shot rock.
Den handen. Renhållning.
And for our viewers, Don, you can see where Peter Lindholm is holding the brush right dead in the center of that rock. So with the intern coming down this way, with any kind of weight, she'll run very, very straight.
Yep. Up.
And this is big weight.
Bra spel.
The nose hit to lie shot. You talked about the Swedish team participating almost on a yearly basis in events in Canada on the Cash Tour. They, early in the year, were in Sault Ste. Marie for an event where they lost in the semifinal to Wayne Madaw.
Ah. Yep. A lot of people lose to Wayne Madaw.
Hard up. Whoa. Hard. Right up. Come on, Brett. Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a good shot. I mean, it's fairly a wide open hit, but you don't want to sit there to set up the double. You have to play the roll, and that's a great shot by Mickey, getting it rolling way over the corner of the 12th.
Yeah.
And again, Lindholm would like to get a roll off that rock over on the left-hand side of the picture.
Well, the difficulty for Sweden is they have to get a lot of roll.
Yep.
Rings are very lively here, so that if you hit it maybe not quite right, you're able to roll out.
Not up. Yep. Okay.
Second shot for Sweden.
Hey, leg out there. Hello.
Well, at every position. Sweden has an edge in the percentages, but it's a tie game.
Whoa, right off! Behind the guard, Greg!
Hip. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa!
Pierce rolls across the rings and is behind cover.
That's a good shot. I don't know whether they wanted to roll over there, but because now there's a chance for Sweden maybe to play the double on the wide one. You see there, he's tucked in behind the guard, but they can make this double.
Antingen den där frysningen eller skjutningen. Jag tycker frysning, ja. Den ligger precis bakom team. Ja. Ja.
Katrina, what are they saying?
They were talking about two alternatives, either the draw and the freeze or shooting the yellow one, but they chose the draw.
There's a big gamble by Sweden here. You have to make sure this rock is in front of the tee line, in front of that red one that's in the 8-foot.
Gå ner. Håll lite linje igen. Bara fort. Gå ner. Bara fort. Håll i den. Gärna köra. Gärna köra.
Appears to have good weight.
Köra. Vänta. Nej. Gå ner.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Now they can pick it out of there. Could have been on that one hard all the way because it stopped about 1.5 feet short.
Nordin skipped his own rank at World Junior competition in 1987 and 1991 before hooking up with Peter
How much of
Lindholm.
an angle can I hit it? Sit two still? No?
You could jam it on there.
How much space is there? Whatever you like.
Even the corner freeze isn't bad.
I like the nonchalance of Greg McAulay. He just very calm, very cool.
Yeah, he never seems to get too excited at the tee head. All the intensity belongs to this man.
Yes, he carries enough for all the team.
Right off, guys. Way heavy.
Those aren't good words.
No.
When the rock is halfway down the ice and the man who threw it says way heavy, and it is going to slip harmlessly out the back, it would appear. Or will it hang on?
It'll hang on, but that's not a very good pass. I don't know what happened there, whether he was wide of the broom or Greg gave him too much ice.
That was the weight for the bump, and it wasn't even close. I know we were playing the freeze. I think if we were to play the top, you'd have to have quite a bit less ice, eh? Huh? Pretty good broom-wise, I thought.
Ja, jag tycker vi tar där. Ja.
Är du rädd att det är lite? Ta lite mer då.
Ja.
Lite till då. Mer då. Mer då. Lite till. Viktigare bakom teams.
Red one at the back line.
Ta lite till då.
Yeah, I think Peter Lindholm figures that one is in to stay, and I think he wants to come down in here in this area here somewhere. If I was him, I might play the rock right up in this area, as opposed to going back there.
No, he hasn't. He says that the length on the rock is much more important than
the line.
What do you say? The line? Or?
Yes.
Ja, måste ner. Här är bara framkant. Kör då. Hårt. Framkant. Ja, måste in. Meter. Ja! Kom igen då! Ser den? Precis framför. Ja. Ja. Ren. Ren. Meter.
Ren.
Lindholm has had some problems with his draw weight.
Well, this offers a great opportunity for Greg McAulay here. If he can clip this one on the outside, if he can just clip a corner of that rock and drive it straight across on the yellow one, he'll be lying 3 behind cover. It'd be a great shot. And it really set up a good end. Then he's got to hope that Lindholm doesn't make the perfect draw behind those guards. Yes. If he hits a half a rock, he's going to be lying too, but he'd like to get just a corner of it.
Always a little dangerous going to the outside.
Oh, yes.
Rocks haven't been played out there.
Well, not only that, you're afraid maybe it's going to drift a bit on you or fall away from the turn.
The important thing, they got rid of the Yellowstone. Canada lies too.
Yeah, I think Greg might have been a little bit inside of that one because they yelled as soon as he let it go.
Pretty good, huh?
Didn't even get a chance to take it.
Oh, no, Greg said he was pretty good on the broom.
Good job.
You'll see here, he's got to hit about a half a rock, and he almost hits this right on the nose. He just gets by the guard. Look at that. Just touches it.
Let's take a chance.
And actually touches his back red one.
I could probably make it.
The skip position is the only position where Canada has an edge in percentages. And this is where Lindholm has really had some difficulties in this game, his draw weight.
Well, he's missed 3 interns now. There's 2 in the second end. He's missed 1 here in the fourth, and this is his second one.
Känns stifart.
Rent, ligger fint.
Nej.
Gärna upp, upp!
Stifart.
We gotta hope that it curls.
Helt upp!
Nej, tid.
Helt upp!
Bakan trött. Bakan fritt.
Helt upp!
Bakan fritt. Rör förbi där, den första.
It's shot, but McAulay can get to it.
Oh, he can that. It's a question whether he can finesse it enough to hit it straight back. But he's just playing for the 2 now.
Just draw shot. Back line.
Back line draw shot. Now for Brent Pierce, the key is the line and the sweepers.
Just a draw shot, eh?
And Mickey will have to watch the weight on
Draw,
him. You just
you
want
only
to touch
have
it.
to move it 6 inches.
See, he's just playing for 2, but if he gets 3, he'll be quite delighted.
Now, he doesn't want to get greedy.
No.
But there is the chance that he could push it far enough back to get his 3.
They'll make that call when the rock is halfway down the ice. The sweepers don't want to jump on this one early, because if they jump on it early and brush, the rock will run straight because they're brushing so hard. You want to give this rock a chance to get out there and hook at the end.
Easy, guys. Whoa, right off.
Oh boy, he threw this one a ton. He's throwing this one a ton.
Close.
Close, guys. Whoa, whoa, right off. Right off.
Close.
Right off.
Hard.
Mission accomplished. Greg McAulay pushes the Yellowstone back far enough to get a deuce and take a 2-point lead through 4.
Wood, leather, adrenaline. The new Lincoln LS, Motor Trend Car of the Year.
My hat's pink, my curling shoes are pink, and my phone is pink. My favorite color's pink. My name is Shorty Jenkins, and I make ice. Dave, you want to take the hand scraper start? First thing do I ask somebody where the closest Tim Hortons is.
When he's in town, he's in here every morning, early.
Well, I flood the ice, and then I go to Tim Hortons. And then I come back, flood the ice, and then I go back to Tim Hortons. Extra large double, please. I go back and forth all day long. It's the best coffee I've ever had.
Shorty's Ice is by far the best ice in Canada, probably in the world.
Really? The cha-cha?
Yes. Foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
And I also like to dance. She's dancing everybody else but me, and I'm very upset. This is where I'm most comfortable, right here, making my hot coffee.
It's good.
Really instantly warms up my hands. If there's a Tim Hortons in town, I'll guarantee you you're going to have good ice.
When you've got a tough headache, it takes just one small thing to make you miserable. For fast relief, remember, one Advil is often enough. Advil, for today's tough pain.
Life has its bumps, but you don't have to feel them. Now Midas Gold struts with R2 technology are only $79.95 each, with a lifetime guarantee at any Midas. Go smoothly. Go Midas. Life has its bumps, but you don't have to feel them. Now Midas Gold struts with R2 technology are only $79.95 each, with a lifetime guarantee at any Midas. Go smoothly. Go Midas.
Back in Glasgow with a Swedish flavor in the air, but right now, as we head to the fifth, it's 4-2 Canada. In this men's final, a game of decision and precision and a contrast in emotions. Lindholm trailing the relaxed McAulay in curling percentage after 4 ends. To the fifth and back to Don and Don.
And I think you described Greg McAulay as kind of a meat and potatoes guy. He seems pretty relaxed, never seems to get too excited about anything.
No, he just goes about his job. He has a great passion for the game of curling. He just loves playing, loves throwing last rock. And let me tell you, when he let that last one go, I'm sure he was quite delighted it came over and knocked it back for 2, because it looked like he was going to just miss it altogether. And it moved big time. Any more weight, he would have missed it.
World Championship competition began in 1959. It was known then as the Scotch Cup. Then it became the Silver Broom in 1968, the World Championship President's Cup in 1986, and the Ford Worlds in 1995. Canada has won the world title in men's competition on 25 previous occasions. Back-to-back by my broadcasting partner Don Dugan, 1970 and 71.
The nice thing for Canada is they're controlling the even ends, and I've always liked to control the even ends, because that's where you're going to finish up on the 10th end. And he's done that with a score of 2. Lindholm's going to have to come after this end to get 2.
Well, that's what happened yesterday in the women's final.
Yes.
Kelly Law scored on the 8th end, gave up 2 in the 9th, but had control in the 10th and won it with her last rock to claim the women's championship.
What a line.
Line's good.
What are you talking about?
Where is it? Gonna lose it a bit, I think.
We'll lose it a bit, meaning that it's going to pull across the face to offer protection for that rock in the house.
Good.
And it pulled off the line, and you can see where the other one is. It's directly in behind, but Lindholm's going to go after it. Just with a cold, cold draw.
Avsänds framkant bara. Japp, liv i det. Japp. Ja, framkant vitt. Bara fort. Ja, den kan vi göra lite. Håller vi ner. Gärna köla lite. Han är där. Nej, behöver. Nej, den är där. Den är upp. Den är där. Trycker lite. Trycker lite.
You don't want to bump it. That's a world championship shot, that one. It just perfect control of weight. Corner freezes it, maybe to use it later. And for Canada, somehow they got a fear to get in the inside of this rock.
Line's good.
Thrown by Narrow. Nicky will try exactly the same shot.
Right, girl.
It's a guard.
Hard then.
It's a guard.
Hard. Right up.
Hard.
Hard. Right up. That'll be it. Hard. Every inch.
Trying to bring it by that yellow one in case they decide to angle raise it. That's not too bad. You're going to miss a shot. That's decide to miss it.
Gå på en frysning här, grabbar. Ja. Det är okej alldeles här om en
At least you got
hälsa.
two red ones in front of the rings in case it doesn't work out for you. You may be able to run them back onto Swedish rocks if they happen to get a couple in there. This is a big end for Peter Lindholm. He has last rock in that 4-foot area. 4-foot area is very congested. You can't get into it.
Hjälp för riktningen då! Bara fort! Ligger bra! Ja! Ja! Öka! Öka! Ja! Hela vägen! Hela vägen! Det är bra, han tog ut i frosten där. Bra jobbat!
Things don't change in the rings. Canada still has shot rock.
Like to put it right in that area. Maybe a little bit more weight in this last one.
Where is that?
Well, I don't know whether they can let this one go. It is well short.
Oh,
You got to hope that it pulls over.
all right. Gotta try to guard.
They've brushed this all the way down the ice, and it's well short.
But it does plug the hole.
It does plug the hole.
Vad säger ni om den här då? Ett alternativ är en dryg sarg fart.
Jag tycker vi ska öppna.
Ja, det är det som är meningen. Det där är bara boendestenen. Vill ni bara ta en rätt av?
And
Ja, det går inte att slå den ner dit.
I think they're discussing different alternatives, but I think the main thing is that they want it to be open.
All 7 rocks that have been played, as you see, are in play.
Då har vi i och för sig den här risken. Det är inte i hela världen.
Nej, det känns nästan okej, va?
Yeah, well, you're really gambling when you have last rock and you close off that 4-foot
Det är den
area.
här då, Mange. Bara öppna upp.
Even if he opens it up now, Canada's going to make a pass at that one that's in the rings if they run all 3 of those red ones
They're
off.
a little bit afraid of hitting the yellow one down to their own. No, I'm sorry, hitting the red one down on their own yellow.
But I think he has to clear it. You know, he has no path into the shot rock, so he's trying to clear a little bit of an area so he can maybe get at it with Thomas Nordin's rock or maybe one of his own.
Yep. 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 Bra, Mange.
They were trying to really do more damage out front than Swartling was able to accomplish.
Now for Brent Pierce, I think they'd like to come in a little bit tighter. The last guard by Brian Nicky was a little bit too far out.
Okay. Easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait. All right. Where is it? It's not a guard, it's there. Come on. Hard. Come on. Gotta get here. Hard line. Hard, guys. Come on, hard. Whoa. Oh, we're losing lines. Whoa. Hard.
Not bad, but it's not great because it's still opened up that red one. It's in the 4-foot.
Yeah.
Now, for Sweden, Don, if they can hit that one and roll behind cover on the left-hand side, they're in great shape.
Upp, upp sarg! Nej, det är dryg sarg. Upp. Det är dryg sarg. Dryg sarg. Upp. Lite mer än sarg. Helt upp. Helt upp. Helt upp.
The line certainly looks good. Oh, he rubbed out front.
Ja, Nappe!
Oh boy.
It appeared it was going to move quite sharply, as most stones do, and it came past the yellow guard, but it just caught a piece of it.
Not a bad result, though, because now they got second and third shots in there.
Don't spel, Thomas.
Jävlar. Det kom ju som båge, så hade det blivit guld om man fått 3.
Ja.
He wants to come down and get in there. I think more importantly that at least if he gets in for third shot rock or second shot rock.
Hard. Rope. Hard. Rope.
Just for weight.
Whoa. Whoa. Close, yep.
Hard.
Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Right off.
Whoa.
There. Roll it.
Whoa. No. Just
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a nice shot. What a beautiful shot that is. Great control by Brent Pierce. That takes a lot of heat off Greg McAulay shots, let me tell you. And he knew it was a good one.
I didn't want to roll it. That would set up a
No,
double.
you're right.
Oh, I thought I had a little more weight than that.
You'll see great control of his weight. Sweepers lift their brushes. He just sneaks by that front one. But weight made this shot.
Yeah.
And as Greg said, he didn't want to roll it because he didn't want to set up a double possibility.
Ja.
No.
Försöka. Vilka ska du ta då? Ja, det är det jag funderar på.
I think he's got to run the guards. I would. I mean, he can't get both those ones
Bästa är
out.
här, men den är rätt svår. Den här är mer naturlig.
What's you
Här
thinking, Carolina?
finns Thomas.
He wants to open it up.
Göra den.
But, I don't know, maybe he will try to open it up and maybe get the red one as well.
Looking at the angle to see whether he can play a double raise back onto the shot stone.
Träffar.
Well, that's what he's looking for down here. Hit this one onto this one here and maybe move them all around. But more importantly, open it up. He may get a break and take out the one in the 4-foot as well.
Yep. Yep. Oh, whoa.
Well, he's hitting right on the nose, I think.
And he pushes it through the hole between the two red stones.
Oh, that's hard luck. I mean, he accomplished his job running them both off, but a little bit more luck, he might have run one off there in the 4-foot.
Det är bra spelat.
Det är bra det där ändå. Det är fan.
And actually just an inch the other way on the second stone that was promoted. He could have got the two rocks in the rings.
You'll see it here. He makes good contact with this one. Right side drive to look, and he drives it right in between the hole. He could have taken that one out that is shot rock.
Yep. I don't think we have room to do that. Okay, if you want to go with the inch, but I don't know. We might leave him a triple, eh? We got to get across the face here. All right. Give it a go. Back 4, eh? Said no. Should be. I don't think it's going to cut big time. Huh? Back 8, kind of back 4?
Yeah.
Well, for Greg McAulay,
It's a double.
he really has to come down in here and hit this one and get a little bit of roll into this area here. And like he's saying, he doesn't want to set up a triple. So with his shooter, he has to go across the face of it and just maybe touch it and get in behind that other cover.
Well, Greg's biggest fan, his mother Evelyn, has been here watching him all week.
Yep, hard! Hard! Where is that? Easy. It's there. Whoa.
You hear Greg saying, where is that?
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Gotta move it.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? We got to move it. Look at that rock. It's not moving at all for him. You got to move it back.
Come on.
Canada lies 3, and there's Greg's mother. Here from Selkirk with her sister.
Ja, risken är att de bara gaddar igen.
Try, Greg. They're sitting in with a large group of fans from Nipawa, Manitoba.
Jag tycker den där dubbeln är att den är bäst om vi gör den.
Ja, den är så pass svår.
Ja, det är sant.
Jag försöker köra satsa, brassa,
Nej, ska vi göra den här dubbeln då?
That's what he's looking at.
Chapp behöver ju inte vara katastrof heller. Svåra blir att få ut den här sen. Det är det som är...
Ja, men vad jag menar är bara om vi får vilken hit. Då ligger det fint. Då är det där, annars har vi den bara.
Ja.
Men det är helt rätt den här då. Men så vi ska gå väldigt tunn.
Ja.
Katarina Nyberg of the women's team from Sweden helping us with translation in this men's final.
He is talking about a thin double, but and I guess he would at least try to get rid of two red stones.
Yeah, he has to make the double. He can't afford to just take one of them out of there, because then Canada will just simply play the guard, and he'll have a tough time getting into the forefoot. So he has to make this double.
Katrina Nyberg playing third stone for Elizabeth Gustafsson, the world women's champion in 1998 in Kamloops and 1999 in St. John. They also won the world title in 1995 in Brandon and in 1992 in Garmisch. Lindholm is attempting to move those red stones around, sitting on the forefoot.
Up, again. Up, man.
He has to make a double, and this is up.
He gets two of them.
Good shot. He's actually setting it up for his last shot, because if Greg McAulay hits this on the nose, then he'll have a shot at a thin double for 3.
Bra. Fan vad den drog då. Ja. Went to there, yeah. If we rolled too far, it wouldn't be brutal. I think so. Yeah. This is perfect, Greg.
What if we nose it?
Well, Nosey's always got a chance for a thin double. But he wants to get a little bit of movement on this hit. This is a perfect shot for him. Come right down here, hit and sit right in here like that. Then I don't think there's any way Peter Lindholm. He maybe want to move it a little bit over further. But even if he hits and stays right there, it's a very thin double for Peter Lindholm, but at least he'll have a shot at it.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Lean on it. Whoa. Right off. Okay.
Well, Greg McAulay said to Brent Pierce before he threw the stone, what if we hit it right on the nose? And that's what he did.
Not bad, but it's there. The double is there.
Oh. Okay.
This is what you call a teaser in curling. You force the guy to make a tough shot, try and make 3, could end up stealing 1 and really take control.
Yep.
But he can hit half a rock and make this shot. Tell you one, the one he made in the third end is tougher than this one.
Bra grabbar, vi spelar normal så gör vi dubbel.
Yep.
Normal.
Yeah, man.
On the third end, it was a raise double by Peter Lindholm that enabled him to pick up 2.
Yep.
He hits it on the nose and a little on the high side. Canada will steal 1.
Mål! Upp! Lite lös! Upp! Nulla lös! Kom igen! Helt upp!
He's going to be close.
So close.
He just pushed it past the red stone. If he catches only a piece of it, he could have had 3. But it's a steal of 1 for Canada. And Canada has moved into a 3-point lead at the midpoint of this match.
So what you're saying is you can't change your oil every 5,000 kilometers because you're too busy. So you push it. Just like your cheap brother-in-law at one of those all-you-can-eats. Hey, it's your car. You want to learn the hard way? Be my guest. This is reformulated Quaker State. Protection beyond 5,000 kilometers under any driving conditions. You ought to change your oil on time, but if you can't, can you say insurance? Quaker State. It's been tested. It works. What more do you need to know?
Imagine this boomerang represents the pain of sensitive teeth. Brush with Sensodyne and it helps the pain go away. But stop brushing and the pain returns. But if you brush twice a day, every day, even when you don't have pain, Sensodyne maintains an invisible barrier that helps stop the pain from coming back. That's why it's #1 with dentists and hygienists for sensitive teeth. Sensodyne, twice a day, helps the pain stay away.
The new Quadra Action from Philishave has a unique combination of slots and holes, eliminating both long and short hairs at the stroke of a hand. It's waterproof, so it rinses clean. A virtually effortless shave. Saves energy for other things. The new Quadra Action from Philishave.
Welcome back. A glorious week of spring for the World Championships here in Scotland. More sun and warmer temperatures than normal. It's made for beautiful vistas like this one. And here at the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, after 5 ends, it's Canada with a 5-2 lead over Sweden. And the story so far in this men's final of the Forward World Curling Championships, the Swedes have been out curling Canada at every position except skip. And Greg McAulay has made a big difference there. Let's look at how he has scored so far in the first 5 ends. 1 in the first, then a steal of 1 in the second, a deuce in the fourth, and another steal of 1 in the fifth. And a big lead for Greg McAulay, who's making his first appearance in a World Championship final, but looking calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah, that's the way we've been all the whole tournament and through the Brier, and so no huge changing now there, Mark.
Nothing seems to phase you at every level, Greg. Let's talk, though, about the way your rink has been playing. As I just mentioned, the Swedes have been out curling the other 3 in your rink. How do you feel about that? Or is there any reason for concern?
No, I don't think so. Maybe they're a little bit uptight, but they haven't let me in on it if they are. So we're playing good. We're up 3. I've been making some good shots and plan on doing the same through the next 5.
I was going to say there's a comfort zone there. What are your plans for the final 5 ends?
Well, we'll just play it the way we've been playing every game and wait for our chances, and then try and hold Peter down to maybe 1 and hopefully score another deuce or 2, and we'll take her home.
Well, your mom's been enjoying the show so far, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Mark.
Greg McAulay of Canada. Now let's go upstairs to Don and Don.
Yes, a 3-point lead at the midpoint of the match is a comfortable position to be in, but there's no doubt that Greg McAulay realizes Peter Lindholm and his teammates from Sweden can play a very aggressive game, and they can get back.
Well, they really can, and that's the danger. You don't want to go into a defensive mode and try to hold them off. But you heard Greg say, well, we'll try to hold them to 1 here and maybe get another deuce. And another deuce might do Peter Lindholm in. But don't count Peter out. He'll gamble for all he's worth. He might as well get beat by 7 as 1. So he's going to do a lot of gambling.
But he doesn't want to be attempting doubles with his final stone to score on every end.
Well, you know, they work sometimes, then they don't work. He made a great shot in the 3rd end, and just a little unfortunate there because I thought he had it about 3/4 of the way down. Just didn't come up enough for him.
So let's rejoin Mark down at Iceland.
All right, and here's the scoring recap for Peter Lindholm. He had a deuce in the 3rd with that huge raised double for 2, and they've been talking about your gambling style so far. Let's talk about that 3rd end where you made the risk and you got the redemption after missing 3 previous shots.
I think it was about the same tough shot as to make the draw there. I mean, it was pretty easy to take away at least 1, but it was up there for deuce.
What about your draw weight? It appears you've been struggling with that so far.
Yeah, and it's been very good this week, but both the teams had problems in the first 1 or 2 ends. And it was a bit frost in the beginning, and then it was
keener, and then it's like the normal weight again. So I think I have it now.
Peter, you have the experience. You've been here 3 times now in 4 years. I'm sure you're confident heading through the next 5, even though you're down 3.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it was very close to score 3, and we couldn't make it, but it was very close. And if we take 2 now, it's going to be a very close game, and that's the way it should be.
All right, Peter, good luck.
Thanks.
Peter Lindholm of Sweden. When we come back to Glasgow, we'll explore one of Scotland's natural wonders and wonderful gift to curling.
Life has its bumps, but you don't have to feel them. Now Midas Gold struts with R2 technology are only $79.95 each, with a lifetime guarantee at any Midas. Go smoothly. Go Midas. Life has its bumps, but you don't have to feel them. Now Midas Gold struts with R2 technology are only $79.95 each, with a lifetime guarantee at any Midas. Go smoothly. Go Midas.
My hat's pink, my curling shoes are pink, and my phone is pink. My favorite color's pink. My name is Shorty Jenkins, and I make ice. Dave, you want to take the hand scream and start? First thing do I ask somebody where the closest Tim Hortons is.
When he's in town, he's in here every morning, early.
Well, I flood the ice, and then I go to Tim Hortons. And then I come back, flood the ice, and then I go back to Tim Hortons. Extra large double-double, please. I go back and forth all day long. It's the best coffee I've ever had.
Shorty's ice is by far the best ice in Canada, probably in the world.
Really? The cha-cha?
Yes. Foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
And I also like to dance. She's dancing everybody else but me, and I'm very upset. This is where I'm most comfortable, right here, making my hot coffee. Yes, it good. Really instantly warms up my hands. If there's a Tim Hortons in town, I'll guarantee you you're going to have good ice.
Halfway between Glasgow and Belfast, Northern Ireland, is a place they call Ailsa Craig, a bird sanctuary, an island with 1,000-foot-high cliffs right in the middle of the Firth of Clyde. It looks like a giant curling stone from a distance, and ironically, it's the only place on the planet where they find granite good enough to make the best curling rocks in the world. Curling's enduring milestone. For nearly 200 years, its blue hone granite has been a special quarry for the Scottish. These days, Mark McCrindle is the lighthouse attendant of Ailsa Craig and the only person allowed to land his boat, the Glorious, on this nature preserve. He and only he can pick its precious rocks.
The Ailsa Craig granites, well, it's usually got a nickname. It's called the Rolls Royce of granite. It's the best in the world. It is quite a daunting prospect, the likes of coming out here and picking the perfect stone. There's a lot of people relying on me, making sure that I do pick the right stone, and you've got to be really certain.
And this is what he's looking for. The blue hone stone on the right, prized for its finer grain. McCrindle brings it to a family business with exclusive rights and a craft that's been handed down over generations.
As far as we can go back in records, it's always been a most important thing for the company to make the finest product. And it's still we call it our mission statement, that what we want to do is make the finest curling stone in the world.
Only 500 are made each year. The smoothest gliding rocks in the world are worth $2,000 apiece. Part of this process is a secret, guarded against competitors who will go to any length to beat them.
We get people coming to look around the factory, and we used to encourage that. Our insurance company made us stop that, but also there was an aspect of people sort of picking up things we were doing, and sometimes you have to keep your own know-how to yourself. People have said we no longer exist, and even at Ailsa Craig no longer exists, or there's no granite on it, but you know that's not the case.
No, this is a business built on a firm foundation, offering a 20-year parts and labor guarantee. Elsa Craig, nature's monument to curling. And there they are, the smoothest gliding curling stones in the world, 3 billion years old. That's the rock that slides on this ice, made before life began on Earth and standing the test of time in this ice age of the grand old roaring game, where Canadians are in abundance this afternoon here at the Braehead Arena. And you know, many of these tourists are clamoring for a piece of this curious blue hone granite from Ailsa Craig. 40% of the K's Bonspiel business now is making miniature curling stones as souvenirs, and they're selling quickly for upwards to $65 Canadian. But the story today will not be the curling stones, but winning this trophy, the World Championship trophy, and the Canadians have a 3-point advantage halfway to the final. 5-2, Greg McAulay of British Columbia leading Sweden's Peter Lindholm, a man in his 3rd appearance in 4 years in this championship final. The curlers are now back on the ice, and we are about set for the 6th end of this Ford World Men's Final. Back to the booth and Don and Don.
And Mark, you talked about the curling stones being made here in Scotland. I think they've already started making the stones for the year 2002 and the Winter Olympic Games in Salt Lake City.
Indeed they have, at special request of the American organizers, just as they did for the games in Nagano.
Jody Swystrup has picked up the level of his game as far as the percentage goes.
Oh, well, still there.
He's now only fractionally behind his Swedish counterpart, Peter Nara.
Okay.
I think at this point in the game, Peter Lindholm really has to start gambling. I mean, he gambled that and just couldn't quite pull it off. He was a little bit unfortunate, maybe not making the double. That was not the kind of end that Greg McAulay wanted to play. And when he was 2 up, he would like to play it a little bit more simple. But now Peter Lindholm is going to be forced to gamble.
Bra spel. Bra jobbat, härligt. Du vet om tiden, va, Peja? Ja.
Mind games are often played in the sport of curling as well. The Canadian team had choice of rocks for this championship final. The Swedes traditionally like to play the yellow stones. The Canadian side thought about perhaps grabbing the yellow stones as they had first choice, but they decided they were going to wear their black uniforms, and it would look better with the red rocks.
And they've had good success with these red rocks, so.
Hang on, Brian, let it carve.
But you're right, there is a few mind games going on out there all the time.
Bump it. Okay.
No, you gotta be careful.
They had a set of rocks that they liked from an adjoining sheet. And those were the 8 that they moved over to the center sheet for this championship final.
Well, you see here, Peter Lindholm is really gambling now. He's just going to move these rocks around. He's down 3 points. He wants to keep a lot of rocks in play. That would be to his advantage, because maybe Canada will jam one or miss one or drive it straight back and not make the shot they're intending. So he's going to move the rocks around behind the tee line so he can come up to them.
There's the movement.
See, now what he's hoping for here, of course, is that Canada maybe play that takeout on that one and jam it onto one of their own. But the danger rock is the corner guard, and Greg understands that, realizes that, and he is running it off. And this is a good call by Greg. He wants to play in the house.
Yep.
He doesn't want to be finessing rocks around corner guards.
Whoa, up for a minute. What?
This McAulay rink made its first appearance on the national stage at the 1998 Brier in Winnipeg.
Två grejer, antingen gå ner och peta baken här, gå hit. Eller så.
They had a 7-5 record in Winnipeg. But McAulay went home with a prize. He was the Hot Shots champion and was the winner of a new automobile.
Yep.
And of course, this year in Saskatoon, McAulay and company won it all.
A nice finesse shot. He's got a corner froze on one in the forefoot.
Yeah, that's it.
See the difference between going around a guard? At least you know you can blast them. That rock is 3/4 frozen. If they hit it on the nose, it'll squirt out. At least you're hitting rocks in the house, not coming around corner guards, around guards, and playing delicate tap backs.
Hard. Hip. Hard. Hard. Go hard. Hard. Right up.
Oh, he might have turned this one. He might be on the side he doesn't want to hit it. Nope. Good shot.
Good shot, bud.
Good shot is right.
Yes, very quickly on this end, McAulay sensed the danger was the corner guard, and that's the stone he removed with Mickey's first rock in the end.
Well, he knows that Peter Lindholm threw it up there for a reason. He wanted to duck in behind it, so he's going to take it.
Yep. Hands, bak kanten. Bak kanten. Yep. Bak kanten. Mer. Långt ut. Bak kanten. Kom till oss, Stab. Mer. Fram kanten. Tid. Hela vägen. Så länge ni lever, grabbar. Stilla! Järnet! Ja! Järnet! Ja! Hela vägen!
Now, is this set up a double possibility for McAulay?
Absolutely. He wanted that one in the back of the foot, but not in the top of the 8-foot.
Eller var långt ut så att den kan tappa. Ja, bra, Per.
He could play the double, but he's going to play a little less riskier shot. Just hit that one on the nose.
When you say less riskier, if he plays the double, he could jam one
that's
stone
exactly
on
right.
Hard, hard! Hard! Whoa! Hard!
Whoa!
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 Hard! Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Canada lies too with the successful takeout by Brent Pierce.
And Peter Lindholm will keep up the hunt, Don. He wants to get in around there, hoping that Canada will maybe rub one of them and not make the shot they want, and then they'll get the two that way.
Bakom blå! Är den kvar? Ris! Upp! Ris! Inte drag! Måste styra lite! Japp! Nej, går inte. Upp! Upp! Nej, det är bakom vitt! Nej, långt bort. Risk.
It grinds to a halt at the back of the forefoot. Sweden lies one. But it came in past the tee line, so McAulay will now draw it down.
Somebody's pick it out.
Pierce thinks he can pick it out.
Well, I think he can. It's not directly in behind. I think you can see a corner of it.
Same thing. Same weight. Solid.
Initially, McAulay had tapped the ice in front of the stone.
Yes, he wanted to come down to it. See, when you're standing over top of the rocks, you don't know how much room there is really between the guards. When you go down the other end, you get a better perspective how much they can see of it. But it's not too shabby if he touches that front one.
Right up!
Right up! Right up! Right up!
Got it.
He's got a good shot.
Brent knows best.
Well, he skipped his own rink at the Canadian Junior Championship in 1987 in Prince Albert. They had a 7-5 record. He finished in 3rd place. A couple of name curlers in that event. He lost the semifinal to Wayne Middaugh, and then Jim Sullivan went on to win it all. Sullivan was in a Brier final a few years back, losing to Ed Werner.
Nej, kvar. Nej, ingenting. Go, hard. Keep going. Bra spel. Bra jobbat.
Second shot for Sweden at the back of the 8-foot.
Now I think McAulay is forced to play draw because that is well in there. And for Greg, he'd like to come right down in that area, come right down to the base of it. He certainly doesn't want to sit out in this area and leave Sweden a chance to hit and maybe roll behind the cover. So he wants to pull right in behind the 4-foot there.
Oh, I think down to it.
The way he's playing now, he just wants to make sure that Sweden just gets one this end. And the way it's set up, it looks like Sweden is only going to get one, or maybe life and death just to get one. This Canada's first and third shots.
one of the reasons Canada is in front. McAulay throwing 85% through the first 5 ends.
A lot of room.
No line yet.
No line. Clean.
Here it comes.
Yep.
Hot.
Just for line.
Rope.
Just for weight.
Rope.
Right off. Right off. Right off. Clean. Clean. Just clean it. Clean, 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 clean. Yep, yep.
That's a nice touch. Exactly the way he drew it up.
Does he score a perfect 4 for that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. He touched it back enough that he's lying 3.
Dubben är inte dum. Nej, jag tycker nästan den känns bäst.
Ja, varför ska vi utnyttja bord?
You know, you can really wear a team down with consistent shot making. Like
vi kan ju faktiskt göra dubbeln och
Greg
ligga här.
McAulay's making everything.
Gör det. Renhållning.
Hyfsat tunn då.
Yeah. And that's kind of been his style through the Brier and here at the Worlds. He's making everything, and he's constantly applying pressure.
Oh, he like you watch him like he's sneaky good. I mean, he doesn't have the most exciting delivery in the world, but let me tell you, the rock ends up in the right spot all the time. And I'm sure Peter Lindholm is saying to himself, what do I have to do to score 2 points here? I don't want to be making doubles all the time.
Ta den lite mindre. Ja.
Reverse the numbers. 85% for McAulay, 58% for Lindholm.
Well, he can get out of the zone if he makes this shot.
Man, yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Up. Whoa. Out. Yeah. Whoa.
Another double for Lindholm.
Oh, that's a great shot. Let me tell you, he's pulling out all the stops. He may be turning 58%, but there's 2 doubles he made, and this one's perfect. He gets a little bit of action on his shooter. You'll see he's right on target here. Makes the great double. Well, watch his shooter kind of spins forward so that it's on top of the forefoot.
I think if you rub the guard, might have a problem, but
Either that or we draw to it. Freeze it.
I think you got to draw this one.
Pick or what?
Straight pick. Normal. Good normal.
He's playing pick because there's no way that Lindholm can get that red one out past the yellow one. He'll only get one. So this is what he's doing. He's trying to pick this one out. Of course, if he takes the front one off, then Lindholm would have a free draw for 2. Or a gambling shot, maybe tap that one onto the red one and try to get 3.
Up normal. Clean. Up. Just clean. Heel. Clean it. Yep. Oh.
There's a vapor trail behind this one.
Yep. Hard. 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 Right up.
Those words again, though, just clean it. That's usually the early indication that they're right on target, and Greg McAulay was.
Well, that's a touchy shot. You're only playing a quarter of a rock to hit. And he just threw it right up the broom. See, and he's forcing Lindholm to take 1.
Such a nonchalant attitude from Greg McAulay, like, ho-hum, another shot.
Well, I think he has an amazing amount of confidence in the way he throws the rock and where the rock's going to end up.
Yeah.
He's just taking these boys right on his back and said, okay, follow me to the World Championship. Because he's just making everything.
Hey, everybody. Ashley, Amanda, Brittany.
Saying hello to his daughters, and Amanda and Brittany will be very popular with their classmates if he goes and speaks to the school, as he suggested he has been asked to do.
Okay, here's the in-turn draw again for Peter Lindholm. He just has to be touching the forefoot. He can afford to be a little bit stronger because he has backing.
Rent, ni har rygg. Ni har rygg. Ja, det finns rygg. Finns rygg. Bra, Peja.
Yep. So it's a single point on end number 6 for Sweden. And that makes it a 5-3 game with 4 ends still to play.
Look out motorists, Old Man Winter's out to get you.
You're cold and cruel and you don't fight fair. That's okay, see if I care.
No matter what winter throws at you, Prestone Antifreeze is how you fight back.
Hit me with your best shot.
Kick Old Man Winter in the teeth with the #1 way to fight corrosion and protect your aluminum radiator to 64 below.
Hit me with your best shot.
Get in the Prestone zone so nothing can stop you now.
So, you got an RCA TV with Guide Plus Gold. Gosh, that's got to make you feel good. What with this instant 7-day on-screen summary of your favorite shows? Bet the guys are impressed. Probably on their way over right now to watch the big game. Trash the place, eat you out of house and home, that kind of thing. The RCA with Guide Plus Gold. It's gonna be very popular.
If I didn't care more than words can say, if I didn't care, would all this be true? If I didn't care for you.
Seems like only yesterday Elaine and I started out. The town grew and we right alongside. Now the kids are helping out. You don't stay in business this long without knowing a thing or two.
Exclusive to True Value, our Weatherall exterior paints, made by us and made to last. The powerful 8-amp all-around wet dry vac, all the power of an upright, $69.97. True Value. Help is just around the corner.
At every one of our hotels, we welcome the hard-working business traveler. Comfort Inns provide excellent value and friendly service. Quality hotels offer special executive rooms and in-room coffee. Econo Lodges give you a good room at a good rate. And all feature our guest satisfaction guarantee.
Hi, hon. Don't you love the couch over there?
No. Choice Hotels. All the signs of a great hotel.
Four ends to play in the men's final of the Ford World Curling Championships, and it's Canada by 2 after 6. 3 Canadian teams have made the Stanley Cup playoffs. They begin Wednesday as Matt Sundin and the Leafs take on Radek Bonk and the Ottawa Senators in the Eastern Conference first-round matchup. Doug Wade and the Edmonton Oilers will take on either defending champion Dallas or St. Louis out west. 3 Canadian teams making the first round of the playoffs. Don?
And the opponent for the Edmonton Oilers will be determined by the final game in the NHL schedule tonight. The Vancouver Canucks visiting the San Jose Sharks. The 3 crowns adorn the uniform of the Swedish team. But Greg McAulay has an opportunity to provide British Columbia curling with an unprecedented triple crown in this first year of the new millennium. Brad Kuhn earlier won the World Junior Men's title. Yesterday, Kelly Law won the World Women's title. And if Greg McAulay is successful today, it will be 3 World Curling titles for the province of British Columbia this year.
That's outstanding. Good for British Columbia.
But this game is far from over. 5-3 playing the 7th end.
You don't want to get complacent. You have to bear down all the time.
Room. Got room.
Okay, wait there. Wait there.
Brent Pierce says you have to prove it every day out here.
Where's there?
That's exactly right.
Tight now. Hurt. Hurt. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Right in.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
good.
Whoa,
shot.
Whoa, whoa. Good.
Yeah.
With the Brier win by Greg McAulay, not only did he earn a trip to the Worlds and an opportunity to become world champion, but he also gets a spot in the Olympic trials. The situation in Canada in determining the Olympic representatives different than in Sweden. In Sweden, the Olympic Committee appoints the team upon a recommendation from the national curling coach. And Lindholm hopes to represent Sweden again at the Olympics in Salt Lake City. He finished in 6th place in Nagano in 1998.
Well, I don't know how the rest of the curlers feel in Sweden about that. It'd be kind of frustrating if you were a very #2 team in Sweden, like you wouldn't get a chance to play in the Olympics.
Well, I asked him today if a victory in this World Championship would enhance his chances of going to Salt Lake City. He said, yeah, but if somebody else wins the world title next year from Sweden, they might choose them.
Well, Don, why don't we ask Katrina Nyberg of the Swedish women's team how they feel about that Olympic selection process?
Yeah, we find it good because then we have a lot of time to prepare for the Olympics. And I think the decision will be made in May in 2001. So then we will have the whole fall for preparations.
So there you go, Don.
And of course, the Canadian playdowns will take place in November of 2001, and it looks as though Regina is going to be the site. The 97 playdowns were held in Brandon. And there's the Olympic champion, Patrick Hurleman of Switzerland. His team didn't qualify for the playoffs here in Glasgow, but he did defeat Greg McAulay in the final game of round-robin competition by a score of 8-7, and included in that victory an amazing quadruple takeout.
Well, Patrick's capable of that.
Whoa.
Is this any good?
Great shot.
Great shot is right. Let me tell you, the key was running those rocks off the front, and great shot by Mickey. Now he almost took all 3 of them out. And Canada still ends up shot rock. Look at this. He gets a little bit, pushes the Canadian rock right on the button.
And Mickey has reason to smile with the result of that shot.
I think this is a make or break end for Sweden here. They're really gambling. They're going to throw up a guard. Canada's lying first in second shot. So they're trying to get something out in front and bury one so they can steal a point.
Ingenting. Låt oss stanna. Sit. Bra spel, Mange. Bra jobbat.
That's a pretty good shot. There's a chance they could run it straight back, make the double. They just want to keep the front clear. They got complete control of this game. They're up 2 points. They have the advantage of last rock.
Yep. Clean. Clean. Good boy, Grant.
At some point in time, Sweden's going to have to give up the guard routine here and come into the house where the shot rock is. Theoretically, if this doesn't work out for Sweden, Canada may just have a hit to score 3. So they need some kind of break here. A nose hit by Canada to draw around.
Han vill klicka upp. Halvmeter. Meter. Meter. Upp. Meter. Japp. Japp. Japp.
In international play, each side has 75 minutes to play the game. There are no timeouts. In Canada, of course, 73 minutes and 2 timeouts. And you see that Canada has about a 3-minute edge as far as time goes, 3 minutes plus. And part of the difference is the amount of time that Lindholm takes each time he settles down in the hack.
Well, I'm sure that's a factor. And not only that, Sweden's gambling a lot, playing at guards and draws, and they're going to run that clock down pretty good. But I think they've got lots of time.
Meter.
I think this may be the last guard to see Sweden for a while. Then they'll try maybe the tap back on the one in front of the forfeit to the one shot rock.
Ligger bra. Metern. Bara stanna. Klicken upp. Bromsa mycket. Rent hela vägen. Klicken upp. Rent. Klicken upp. Ligger bra, grabbar. Bara rent. Japp.
Boy, those are nice guards. I mean, they're dead on. They're not showing one corner on one side or one corner on the other. They're perfect guards.
But the big problem is the red stone sitting on the back of the butt.
Whoop. Sweet.
By the way, Brent's father, Glenn, is the coach of the Canadian team. In 1979, Glenn played in the Brier in Ottawa, the last time that a round-robin format was used to determine the Brier champion, and Barry Fry was the winner that year.
Kör normal. Okej, vilken hand. Okay.
Yeah, I think you got to make him make a shot, right?
Whatever Greg McAulay said, he's going to have to make a shot, and that's exactly what they're going to have to do.
Spela normal grabbar så vickar vi en fryst.
Jajamän. He's going to try to come in there and freeze to that one.
Ta lite mer det, Thomas. Jag kommer något löst. Mer Isa.
Okay.
Något löst normal.
Ja.
Trying to come off that red one on the right-hand side and roll into the forefoot.
Ja! Ja! Ren. Något löst. Ja! Ja! Kom igen! Ja! Öka! Öka! Kom igen! Ja! Räcker.
He got the roll, but not far enough.
Nej, bra spel. Bra jobb, grabbar. Jävligt bra försök där.
All the way to here. Either one. I don't care which string you throw. But, solid normal?
Greg's just going to come down here and hit this one and try to roll in behind cover. He'd like to get right into this area and really take that raised takeout away from Sweden. There's no sense in hitting the front one because it's protecting his one in the back of the forefoot. But he'd like to get a little bit of movement here. The shot by Mickey taking off those two front guards was a huge shot in this end because they've been playing in the house ever since or running off guards. A deuce here by Greg McAulay will really put Sweden in a lot of trouble.
Hard! Hard! Whoa! Whoa! Hard! 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 Whoa!
Whoa, is that any good?
I mean, that's absolutely unbelievable for him. Now, he has rolled to the perfect spot. And I don't know whether Sweden can play the raised takeout and get both those rocks. Because the way they're lined up, they're just going to jam.
Ja, vi har spelat på chatt. Bara spela normal så. Känns det för...
Ja. The way they're staggered, there's no way you can get them out of there.
Om vi spelar så här då. Jag tror fan inte går att slå dubbel. Gå den hit.
You see, if he hits that top one, Don, it's just going to jam on that back one.
Ja, men jag menar inte att det ska vinna så två. Nej, okej. Så att de är låst bägge, för då har ni en jäkligt svår dragning.
Ja, en mil center på utsidan.
He may be able to make it, but he'll certainly lose his shooter. And then it's just a wide open hit for Greg McAulay. Here he is again. Same situation. 7th end, facing a double.
He's had several to contend with and
attempt. Vi ska spela normal nu och i stort sett chappen. Vi ska bara spela och låsa upp lite grann. Amen.
He's going to have to throw good heat on this.
Yep.
This was a big year for Peter Lindholm. He got married this summer. His wife, Ulrika, watching the game.
Normal! Yep. 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 Ja! Yep. Ja! Kom igen! Öka! Go!
The jam you talked about, and that leaves the Canadian stone sitting right on the button. And now full forefoot. And Canada will get 2 on this 7th end.
Well, I think Greg McAulay made the perfect shot. He really did. That was too tough for Peter Lindholm to do anything with it. He's just making everything. Greg McAulay, just a treat to watch him throw.
It's the same, man.
Hey, lucky.
Greg's mother and his aunt
All yours, guys.
focusing on this final delivery of the 7th end by Greg McAulay.
Line's good.
Line's not real good yet. It's got to curl a bit, but...
Oh.
Line's real good now. It's all yours, T-line. All yours, T-line.
Once again, Greg McAulay comes through.
Is that any good, eh? Is he playing or is he playing?
Yes, he's shooting lights out. And he's been on a roll for some time now, and he leads by 4 with 3 ends left.
In racing or on the road, top quality replacement parts are a must, which is why I recommend the full range of UAP Napa parts. UAP Napa, the right brand for the job.
Next year, Nokia will bring the most prestigious curling event in the universe to Ottawa for 9 unforgettable days. Nokia Brier 2001. Be among the first 2001 fans to purchase a full event package, and you'll receive a collector's edition pin commemorating the first ever Nokia Brier. Begin your 2001 Odyssey now by calling one of these numbers or visit us online. Nokia Brier 2001. The Odyssey has begun.
When you've got a tough headache, it takes just one small thing to make you miserable. For fast relief, remember, one Advil is often enough. Advil for today's tough pain.
With its built-in phone directory, alarm clock, calendar, and optional vibrating alert, you'll discover the easy-to-use Nokia 6100 series wireless phone is very helpful at planning your day. Nokia. Connecting people.
Purex has gone to great lengths to give you a longer-lasting bathroom tissue. Purex Double Roll. With twice as many pillowy soft sheets on every roll, it takes forever to run out. Purex Double Roll. Pillowy softness that lasts twice as long.
In racing or on the road, top quality replacement parts are a must, which is why I recommend the full range of UAP Napa parts. UAP Napa, the right brand for the job.
This 40-year-old auto body technician from Richmond has to be so precise with the tools of his chosen profession, and he has been so precise with his shot making here in the World Championships.
Oh, he's making everything. He's playing outstanding. The rocks that he's hitting, he's rolling to the perfect spot. He just drew to the side of the forefoot, no backing. He has to stop right on the line. He does that.
He's curling at 89%. And when the skip is posting those numbers, you're in pretty good shape.
Oh, yeah, and they've been some great shots. 89%.
Doesn't tell the whole story.
No, like I might have given him a few bonus points here. Because I know Peter Lindholm is getting a little dejected here because no matter what they do, they cannot score more than one. And every time they turn around,
real hard.
the Canadian team has got to set up for a deuce.
I think 5 doubles now Lindholm has attempted in this game.
That shows you that they're
Great
chasing
shot, Greg.
Canada.
McAulay said earlier, he said at the Brier, nobody really paid much attention to us. Things are going to change, Greg.
Oh, yeah. But you know, when you come over here to the World Championship, everybody knows that Canada sends strong teams, and they're always accurate, no matter what the name is.
Ja, lite kortare. Bromsa lite. Nej, känns som det där, va?
Well, it's such an arduous process for a team to get out of Canada that if you do win the Brier or the Scott Tournament of Hearts, you can play the game when you get to the world level.
Oh, sure. Well, as I said in '98 when I first saw him play,
You like that, Greg?
playing the hot shots and making all
You
those
want to try
shots,
the
I
pick?
knew that he was a
Wanna try
player.
it? Yeah, okay.
The adjustment they have to make at the Worlds, of course, as opposed to the Canadian playdowns, the 4-rock rule, but it doesn't seem to have posed any difficulties for Greg McAulay.
You know, it doesn't make any difference whether it's 3 or 4-rock rule. If you make all your shots, you're going to win.
Attempting a tick.
Great shot. Get her out, boy.
Talking about precise curling.
When you're hot, I guess.
Great shot, man.
That was a beauty from Jody Swystrup. That might be one of the most difficult shots to play.
You know, we talk about going across the face with it. Greg had his brush right in the center of the block, and he threw it right down the line. It stayed straight. It's also very good ice reading by Greg McAulay.
Ligger fint, grabbar. Ja, lite längre än där. Håller jämnt ändå. Nej, han är där. Håller jämnt. Okej. Känns som en meter. Nej, klykorna. Klykorna. Räcker. Upp.
Lindholm needs a deuce to stay in this game.
And now, of course, 4 rocks having been played, Brian Mickey can remove the yellow Swedish rock.
All right. Whoa. Whoa. That boy.
Perfectly executed by Mickey. His wife, Kimmy, is here watching him play.
You know, for the Canadian team, when you're running off front rocks, you cannot up your weight. You just have to make sure that you stay within yourself. Concentrate hard and say, okay, I'm just going to throw in my normal peel weight. Don't do the unexpected.
Japp. En meter. Okej, rent då. Klykorna. Rent. En meter. Ligger bra, grabbar. Kan veka. Bra spel. Ja, bra. Bra Nappe.
And again, Mickey will attempt the removal of the Yellowstone. Mickey's father, Fuji, is watching this game and undoubtedly cheering for Brian and the other members of the Canadian champions. Earlier in the week, Fuji might not have been cheering for Brian because he was the coach of the 2 Japanese teams here at the World Championships. There's Brian's wife, Kimmy.
Klykorna, det är det viktiga. Nej, det är inte väl. Klykorna. Håller igång för klykorna. Ligger bra. Håller igång för klykorna. Nej då. Lite överkörd. Ligger bra. Bara rent. Nej, bara rent nu. Okej. Nej, bra. Jag försöker få honom på andra sidan.
Ja.
And Peter Lindholm just trying to get the rock maybe in a little bit different run. And you do that, you maybe move it a little bit more to the center line, hoping that maybe they hit it the same way the same time and maybe drive it on the back one. Or maybe overthrow it and just throw an air ball.
Clean.
Boy.
A lot of weight out of the hands of Brent Pierce, but he's got it.
Ska inte ta den ganska långt
See, Peter
ut
Lindholm
eller
has
något
now
sånt?
switched to the other turn.
Vill du det? Jag tänkte bara lite svårare kanske. Kan ju fastna på den då eller något. Ja, men det är det jag tänker,
He's
typ
talking
här.
about the position of the guard. And I think they will try to get it a little bit more out from the center this time.
And they're not so concerned about the rock in the house. They're ignoring that altogether. What they're looking for is a hit on the nose or a jam or something that they can cover behind or go in behind. That's why they're moving the rock around, getting it in a different spot on the ice. Now you see where they're going now with the angle. If Pierce throws the same shot, he may angle it right across and jam it onto that red one. And he's putting that suggestion in his mind, and McAulay's going to, of course, throw him off by throwing the intern at it. See, that's good skipping. See, he goes from one side, out turn side, down to the intern side, because you know he can't jam that way, unless he really throws it back.
Red Pierce has fired another hummer.
Call them BBs. Those are BBs.
He uses an implement that is referred to as the crutch to help him in his delivery.
A couple ugly throws for you, Skipper.
It's become quite popular with a number of competitive curlers.
Well, what it does, it keeps your shoulders nice and square. One shoulder doesn't dip down, so that you're kind of rolling the curling rock. I think Peter Lindholm is looking for a spot where Canada can miss, but I don't think they're going to miss.
Yep.
But they got to keep trying. They can't give up.
Mittemellan. Yep. Yep. Mittemellan. Yep. Hela vägen. Kom igen.
They've been playing the guards in the last two ends to perfection, but Canada keeps running them off. Lindholm has the unique distinction of being the only curler to win a World Junior Championship and then come back and win the World Men's title. He won the World Junior in 1989 and then in 1997 won the World Men's Championship in Bern, Switzerland.
Wait. Yep. Hard. Hard. Right to it, guys. Right to it. Come on. Roll it. Hard. Hard. Right over. Right over. Right over. Right over. Come on.
Well, now Lindholm's got to go gambling. He's got to go around that guard or play a freeze on that one in the forefoot. He freezes to the one in the forefoot, and it's just a heavy takeout for McAulay. He has to get behind cover, so he's going to gamble going in behind cover, hope that McAulay doesn't split the house, and maybe get a shot at two.
Bra jobbat. Bra tålamod.
Japp.
Jag vill bakom.
Jajamän.
But no matter what happens, the most they're going to score is two.
McAulay's first trip to the World Championship, and he is 3 ends away from claiming a world title. This is the 5th trip for Lindholm. He first appeared on the international scene in '93 in Geneva, in '95 in Brandon, in '97 in Bernie 1, and he was a silver medalist in Kamloops in 1998. Lost the final 7-4 that year to Wayne Madoff.
Ja! Känns 10 fart! Ja! Nej, framkant! Ja! Ja! Kom igen! Fart! 10! Ja!
A great looking line here.
Nästan kul. Upp då. Ska du dra den längre bak? Ja!
That thing is going.
It seemed to fall back.
Yeah, it really did. Like it's wide open, and to me, it looked like it was going to curl. And it looked to me like it almost changed turns. But the nice thing for Peter Lindholm, at least he put it on the tee line. He hasn't been around the center all day with his draws.
Verkligen.
Greg McAulay would like to stick this one. Get maybe roll behind his own and Peter Lindholm to make a good shot just for his one.
Oh! Clean! Whoa. 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 I got it. Oh, boy. Shot.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's going to force him to take one. And he's going to do it via the draw.
And as you said, the good thing for Lindholm with his first stone of this end was that he did hit the tee line.
And if he misses this one, you may hear somebody's Velcro come off their curling gloves. That would be a 6-point lead, almost insurmountable. He has to be full forfeit. Tough part for Lindholm, Don, is he's going to the outturn now. He just played the outturn to the wings. Now he's going from the outside in towards the center.
Okay. I think so. Whatever you think. I mean, you don't want to put
9-3 was the score in round robin play. Canada defeated Sweden. It's 7-3 right now with the final stone of the 8th end on its way.
Känns lång tycker jag.
Looks like he's got nice weight.
Ni har fart.
Ah, he's got it.
Ja, ja.
To the button for a single point. And with 2 ends remaining in this World Championship battle, Canada is up by 3.
F-Series, Canada's best-selling line of trucks for 34 years. Ford, for now, forever.
Imagine this boomerang represents the pain of sensitive teeth. Brush with Sensodyne and it helps the pain go away. But stop brushing and the pain returns. But if you brush twice a day, every day, even when you don't have pain, Sensodyne maintains an invisible barrier that helps stop the pain from coming back. That's why it's #1 with dentists and hygienists for sensitive teeth. Sensodyne, twice a day, helps the pain stay away.
Life has its bumps, but you don't have to feel them. Now Midas Gold struts with R2 technology are only $79.95 each, with a lifetime guarantee at any Midas. Go smoothly. Go Midas. Life has its bumps, but you don't have to feel them. Now Midas Gold struts with R2 technology are only $79.95 each, with a lifetime guarantee at any Midas. Go smoothly. Go Midas.
And we're back. Hello, caller.
Hi, Fred. I'm a first-time caller. You know what I think is wrong with these 20-year-olds today? They have no sense of adventure. You can't get them interested in anything. It's just basically a bunch of...
Where's this train going anyway? Doesn't matter. No, it doesn't.
A whole lot can happen out of the blue, the bad blue.
Greg McAulay and his BC rink, the underdogs at the Brier, hardly noticed all week long, but now that they wear the maple leaf, they carry the burden of Canadian curling on their shoulders. And as you can see, he's done it calmly and triumphantly, curling 88% right now, ahead of his rival Peter Lindholm at 70%. He has been singularly the difference so far in this men's final. Done?
I'm not quite sure I understand how the scorers managed that, taking him from 89% after 7 to 88% after 8 when he made both shots in the 8th end.
Oh, don't get me on that subject of scorers.
Ja, det känns mittemellan. Mittemellan. Jobba inte krykorna. Ja, det är mittemellan.
But I do know this, he's playing very well.
Kör nu. Mittemellan.
The only time during the round robin that McAulay was under 80% in any game was in the only match he lost to Patrick Hurleman of Switzerland when he curled 78%. Peter Narup is still curling very well for Sweden at the lead position. But Jody Swystrup, the Canadian lead, has made critical shots at key times in the game, such as this tick.
Go hard, go hard.
He's got that down to a science now. I mean, that's an excellent curling shot. When you think that you're aiming for one corner of a piece of rock 93 feet away, it's unbelievable that he can do that.
Lite överkast. Klykorna. Lite kortare. Nej, klykorna. Det. Mittemellan. Japp. Nej, klykorna. Klykorna. Var med. Japp. Ja. Ja. Det är bra. Bra det. You gotta go with the intern now.
Even if you push behind the guard.
Oh, whatever. Go the same one if you want. All right. More weight.
All right.
More weight.
Ooh.
More weight. We're chunking this baby.
Got a bigger chunk of it this time, so.
Good try.
They'll be able to replace this stone.
Yeah, just upped his weight a bit and ran a little bit straighter for him.
At one point, McAulay was thinking about having Swystrup push that Yellowstone into the rings.
Yes. That's not a bad play. You want to get it out of the free guard zone that way, and you may get a crack at it later on.
Yes. T. Yep.
Now it's kind of get one in there and protect the devil out of it.
Bakom vid. Ja. Upp.
Sportly rubs the stone out front, but the shooter continues on. Just comes up short of the rings.
Yeah, they should have been on that all the way.
These are the numbers posted so far by the seconds.
Bra försök, Magne. Bra Per. Det hänger inte, va? Nej.
Whoa. 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 Just clean. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Mickey takes one Yellowstone out of play. Next year's World Championship will be held in Lausanne, Switzerland, and in the year 2002 in Bismarck, North Dakota. I'm sure the organizers in Bismarck are hoping that a lot of Canadians will make the trip down to watch the World Championship.
I'm sure they will.
Bara lite längre. Upp. Bara klykorna. Inte ett drag någon gång. Sätt. Ja, kom igen där. Ja då. Här, bra. Bra fart.
Yep, all right.
Pretty tough to try and steal points whenever you play the guard. The opposition runs it off.
Yes.
Clean. Attaboy. Good throw.
As a last resort, Peter Lindholm will go around those guards on the right-hand side, but he'll only be in the 8-foot.
Brian Mickey's father, coaching both the Japanese men's and women's team.
Ja, måste vi klykorna. Ska inte
the World
klykorna, det är det
Championships.
viktiga. Och då rullar igång hela vägen. Titta upp.
Ja, det kommer bli klipporna. Kryckorna. Kom igen. Kryckorna. Ren. Den är där. Kryckorna. Ren. Kryckorna. Upp. Det är bra. Bra spel. Okay. Like that way? Sure.
Nordin just slightly ahead of Pierce as far as the numbers
I just
go.
don't want you to jam it.
There's a chance that Pierce could remove 2 yellow rocks here.
Yes, it's either hits it thin or a little bit thick. He may get one or the other, but he just wants to get that one off the center line more than anything.
Double, please.
You're yelling double?
Yep. Yep. That way.
Through the hole between the 2 yellow stones. The one that was the major concern, the one in the center line, is removed.
Ja, men då vickar vi i och för sig in via. Ja, jo, i och för sig.
It's a tough situation. You're 3 down. You do not have last rock. You're trying to steal a point by raising one into the 12th foot.
Jag kör den då. Spela 10 fart.
Okay. There's really no alternative.
No, he has no choice. He has to go in around.
Japp. Ja, det är drygt tid. Bakom plåt. Bakom plåt. Japp. Bara lite mer än tid. Nej, bakom plåt. Lite mer än tid. Bakom plåt. Bakom plåt. Japp. Bakom plåt. Mange,
Nice little shot though. Ends up lying 2.
Ingenting. Didn't go there. Det är egentligen hugget.
Jo, jag vet. Det känns bara att man blir så ledsen. Pilar alla. Kan vi få någon annan uppgift? Ja, det är så.
Do that.
Yeah,
Don't want to roll for center. Well, just straight peel it then. Okay.
I don't care. Pretty relaxed, Greg McAulay.
Well, what Brent Pierce was worried about was hitting that rock and just flopping on the center line. And then, of course, Sweden will go right in around it. So he just soon play the field.
Oh, wow.
And there's a peel here with a double possibility.
That's what he's playing. I think Pierce is up to his weight intentionally here to make the thin double.
He's got it.
Yeah. Thrower knows best, I guess, in this case. Now what I think. Look at this.
That's flirting with danger, pal.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But I
wasn't trying to do that. I'm not that good.
That's flirting with danger,
pal. A couple times in tournament?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's flirting with danger is right.
Yep.
And for Peter Lindholm, the only way he's going to score 2 is if he puts these behind the hack where they can't hit him. Because they're making everything. I mean, look at that rock. It's dead in behind the corner guard. The best he can do is maybe get to the edge of the 8 foot.
Japp! Japp! Tid bara, framkant vid! Ja! Ja! Kom igen! Kom igen! Tid fart! Öka! Ska vi frysa det då? Tid fart! Japp! Strax utan tid! Tryck lite! Tryck lite! Kom igen! Kom igen!
That's no good to him.
Now McAulay will simply put one on the other side.
Absolutely. Unless he outright misses his last one, this could be the final end of this game, because no matter what Peter Lindholm plans, it just doesn't work out for him. And Canadian team, when they don't plan, it works out for them. And that's been the story of this game, and the consistent shooting of Greg McAulay.
International Curling Federation rules require that you must play 8 ends.
Still the same, man. Top 8.
Yeah, you want to get this one in. Somewhere over on the edge of the forefoot.
That's good.
Pulse, guys, make sure.
Just full 8. Oh. Oh, whoa.
Stay with it. Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Great shot.
He can't even freeze to it now. I mean, he's putting the rocks in perfect spot. The only way he can freeze to it if he corner freeze to it, and then it's just a straight hit by McAulay for 2. What do you do? He can't go, Peter Lindholm cannot go around the corner guard because he'll not be shot. I think he just decided now that it's all but over.
Yeah, there's not much he can do.
No. He's trying to hit this one and roll way over to the wings around the corner guard.
Vilka bakom. Yep.
And that's all he can hope for. And then a missed draw, and then he's still not out of the woods, but at least he'll have a shot of it.
Yep. Up. 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 Yep. Up. Up.
It's going to roll too far. Canada has a chance now to pick up 2 with the final stone of this 9th end, and this could be the final rock of the 2000 World Championships here at the Braehead Arena in Glasgow.
Well, I can only say that nobody deserves it more than Greg McAulay. He's been around a long time. He's been knocking at the door. Not only is an excellent curler, but a great individual. He's wonderful to talk to. He's accommodating to the press and the media people, television people. He's just a nice person.
There'll be more demands on his time now. And I think, Greg, you can begin preparing that speech you're going to deliver to your daughter's class.
Oh, looks good.
Back in Richmond.
And what a great thing for the province of British Columbia. 3 world championships in 1 year.
That's it. It's all over. Will be the final score as Greg McAulay makes it a sweep for Canada. Kelly Law winning the Women's World Championship yesterday. Greg McAulay, Brent Pierce, Brian Mickey, and Jody Swystrup, the men's world champions this Sunday afternoon in Glasgow.
Pretty good, buddy. Awesome. That's Brittany, yeah, world champion.
Mother Evelyn providing congratulations. And there's Jody Swystrup's girlfriend, Lisa. Brian Mickey with his wife, Kimmy. And somewhere in the stands, Susan is trying to make her way down to congratulate Brent, bringing daughter Cassandra, who celebrated her first birthday yesterday. But a great year for BC curling. 3 Canadian championships, 3 world titles. Greg McAulay, almost flawless in winning by a score of 9.
Guys, number
2. Hello? Hi, Jeff. Hey, Mrs. Cooper.
We should be home in about 5 minutes. How are the twins?
They were little angels.
Introducing new Scott towels with sponge pockets. The strongest, most absorbent Scott towels ever made. New Scott towels, getting you out of big messes.
Auto parts, auto parts, auto parts.
price every time.
UAP Napa, the right brand for the job.
Superior parts for every type of range you know is built just right. Auto parts.
Installed at Auto Pro and UAP Napa member installers.
The new Quadra Action from Philly has a unique combination of slots and holes, eliminating both long and short hairs at the stroke of a hand. It's waterproof, so it rinses clean. A virtually effortless shave. Saves energy for other things. The new Quadra Action from Philly Shave.
Look out, motorists. Old Man Winter's out to get you.
You're cold and cruel and you don't fight fair. That's okay. See if I care.
No matter what winter throws at you, Prestone Antifreeze is how you fight back.
Hit me with your best shot.
Kick Old Man Winter in the teeth with the #1 way to fight corrosion and protect your aluminum radiator to 64 below.
Hit me with your best shot.
Get in the Prestone zone so nothing can stop you now.
So, you got an RCA TV with Guide Plus Gold. Gosh, that's got to make you feel good. What with this instant 7-day on-screen summary of your favorite shows? Bet the guys are impressed. Probably on their way over right now to watch the big game. Trash the place, each out of house and home, that kind of thing. The RCA with Guide Plus Gold. It's gonna be very popular.
The celebrations continue in Glasgow as Greg McAulay's mother Evelyn gives him a warm hug following his 9-4 victory over Peter Lindholm of Sweden. Canada, the men's world curling champions here in the new millennium. Jody Sveistrup, Brian Mickey, Brent Pierce, and Greg McAulay, the team that was underrated. There's Mickey getting a hug from his wife. Underrated at the Brier and celebrated today. And what a month it's been for this BC rink. Canadian and world champions in the space of weeks. And this man, Greg McAulay, keeping his calm in the spotlight before a pro-Canadian crowd here in Scotland to shoot the lights out. And now, the presentation of the World Championship.
Of the World Curling Federation, and Mr. Jackson Carlaw, Managing Director of First Ford, to present the Ford Men's World Championship Trophy to Canada.
That's it, Frank.
Can't go wrong with this, eh, boys?
Can we hold it all night? Right here? Fred. Great.
Greg McAulay and his Ford World Champion rink from British Columbia. 3 rinks from BC, World Junior, Women's and Men's Champions. It's unprecedented.
Never let a small thing stand in your way, 'cause the world's yours to embrace. With all your heart you must follow, keep your eyes on tomorrow, follow what's deep inside you, and do what you gotta do. Faith in you, out of all the things.
what happens inside high horsepower engines. They get hot. Hot enough to turn firemen into ice cream truck drivers. You don't play with heat like this. You get Quaker State High Performance, a synthetic blend for high horsepower engines. It's been tested. Actually, it's been barbecued. For pure maximum protection, nothing's better. Quaker State, sensible technology. What more do you need to know?
When back pain slows you down, turn to Robaxacet with 2 active ingredients, one to relieve back pain, the other to relax tense back muscles. It's the brand doctors and pharmacists recommend most, so you can get back into step. Robaxacet, helping you walk away from back pain.
At every one of our hotels, we welcome the hard-working business traveler. Comfort Inns provide excellent value and friendly service. Quality hotels offer special executive rooms and in-room coffee. Econo Lodges give you a good room at a good rate. And all feature our guest satisfaction guarantee.
Hi, hon. Don't you love the couch over there?
No. Choice Hotels. All the signs of a great hotel.
Ford World Curling Championships on CBC. Brought to you by Labatt, Good Things Brewing. By Karcher, quality cleaning equipment. And by Ford, for now, forever.
Welcome back to the Braehead Arena in Glasgow, Scotland, where Greg McAulay of British Columbia has made it a sweep for Canada, and the first time that 2 teams from the same province have won this title since 1980. It's your chance, Greg, to drink in the moment.
Oh, isn't that amazing? This crowd and everybody, my team, just phenomenal. Played great all week, and I held my own in. And these fans, how can you go wrong with these fans? I felt right at home here with whatever it was, 2,000 Canadians screaming all for 10 days. It's been just amazing. And we kept telling them, you guys keep cheering, we'll keep winning, and we did.
Yeah, all right. It was certainly feel like a home game here in Glasgow. But at 40 years of age, can you tell me what it's like to have paid your dues and to finally win this title?
Oh, it's amazing. I don't know the feeling yet. I'm so high right now. But the Brier was fantastic, and now I'm back up there. And same with my teammates. It's just something we've worked all our curling career for, and we were lucky enough to have it happen to us. So, I mean, it's amazing.
It's been quite a ride, and now it's back to reality, back home, and you've got to come up with a speech for your daughter's school class now.
Yeah, I got to go to Amanda and Brittany's school class and talk about curling. That should be fun. They'll have a lot of questions, I'm sure, for me there.
Well, Greg, congratulations on a fine played game and a great week here at the World Championships.
Thanks, Mark.
There he is, Greg McAulay of British Columbia, completing the BC double in a Canadian sweep for the World Championship.
Bill's family opened the store in '36. Now we're carrying on. Our customers feel free to ask questions. We've earned their trust. We're always on the go. We like it that way.
Choose from the Velita Twist Mop and Wringer or Pail, or the Oscar Broom, value priced at $6.97 each. We've got help for your spring cleaning. Windex Outdoor Easy Window Wash System, just $7.97. True value. Help is just around the corner.
So, you got an RCA TV with Guide Plus Gold. Gosh, that's got to make you feel good. What with this instant 7-day on-screen summary of your favorite shows? Bet the guys are impressed. Probably on their way over right now to watch the big game. Trash the place, eat you out of house and home, that kind of thing. The RCA with Guide Plus Gold. It's gonna be very popular.
With its built-in phone directory, alarm clock, calendar, and optional vibrating alert, you'll discover the easy-to-use Nokia 6100 series wireless phone is very helpful at planning your day. Nokia. Connecting people.
AutoPro. Service always first.
Imagine this boomerang represents the pain of sensitive teeth. Brush with Sensodyne and it helps the pain go away. But stop brushing and the pain returns. But if you brush twice a day, every day, even when you don't have pain, Sensodyne maintains an invisible barrier that helps stop the pain from coming back. That's why it's #1 with dentists and hygienists for sensitive teeth. Sensodyne, twice a day, helps the pain stay away.
Welcome back to Glasgow, Scotland. In the face of Peter Lindholm, it was a frustrating afternoon as he struggled with his draw weight and made some spectacular takeouts, but went down to defeat here in the final 9-4 to Canada's Braehead McAulay. And here's the Swedish skip with us right now. Hey, a gold medal and 2 silvers at the World Championships is nothing to be ashamed about.
No, we're really happy. And I mean, a silver, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. And we won the silver, and actually Canada won the gold because they've been outstanding this week.
Well, they sure have, and I'm sure Greg appreciates those comments. Can you talk about the way this final went for you? You struggled a bit with your draw weight, and you made some daring, risky takeouts.
Yeah, my takeouts was very good, and my team played excellent. And the key thing was I didn't find my draw weight, and I wasn't shaky or anything. Just that's the way it goes sometimes, and hopefully we can play them again in the final, and there will be a closer game. But as I said before, they deserve the gold.
What can you say? I know this crowd was clearly a partisan Canadian crowd, some 2,000 fans over here to watch it, but there was some vocal Swedes out there today.
Oh yeah, and I've been playing 5 Worlds now, but I have to say that the best atmosphere in World Curling Arena has been here in Glasgow, so just love to play here.
Greg McAulay has won a chance to go to the Olympic trials in Canada. I know you're awaiting selection. That's something I'm sure that weighs in your mind.
Well, yeah, to have a medal from the Olympics, that's a dream for us, and we're striving really hard for it. And there's about 2 years away from now, and hopefully we're even better, because I think we've been playing very good this week.
Well, Peter, you're young, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of you at these championships down the road. Congratulations on a hard-fought battle.
Thanks.
All right. Peter Lindholm of Sweden going down to defeat today to this man, Greg McAulay of British Columbia, the champion of the world.
Never let a small thing stand in your way. With all your heart you must follow. Keep your eyes on tomorrow. Follow what's deep inside you and do what you gotta do. Faith in you. Out of all the faith in you.
At every one of our hotels, we welcome the hard-working business traveler. Comfort Inns provide excellent value and friendly service. Quality hotels offer special executive rooms and in-room coffee. Econo Lodges give you a good room at a good rate. And all feature our guest satisfaction guarantee.
Hi, hon. Don't you love the couch over there?
No. Choice Hotels. All the signs of a great hotel.
My hat's pink, my curling shoes are pink, and my phone is pink. My favorite color's pink. My name is Shorty Jenkins, and I make ice. Dave, You want to take the hand screamer start? First thing do I ask somebody where the closest Tim Hortons is.
When he's in town, he's in here every morning, early.
Well, I flood the ice, and then I go to Tim Hortons. And then I come back, flood the ice, and then I go back to Tim Hortons. Extra large double, please. I go back and forth all day long. It's the best coffee I've ever had.
Shorty's ice is by far the best ice in Canada, probably in the world.
Really? The cha-cha?
Yes. Foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
And I also like to dance. She's dancing everybody else but me, and I'm very upset. This is where I'm most comfortable, right here, drinking my hot coffee. Yes, look good. Really instantly warms up my hands. If there's a Tim Hortons in town, I'll guarantee you're going to have good days.
Life has its bumps, but you don't have to feel them. Now Midas Gold struts with R2 technology are only $79.95 each, with a lifetime guarantee at any Midas. Go smoothly. Go Midas. Life has its bumps, but you don't have to feel them. Now Midas Gold struts with R2 technology are only $79.95 each, with a lifetime guarantee at any Midas. Go smoothly. Go Midas.
Canadian champions in Saskatoon. Early in March, early in April, world champions here in Glasgow. Greg McAulay, Brent Pierce, Brian Mickey, and Jody Swystrup, as the presentation has been made and now the closing ceremonies are about to get underway here at the Braehead Arena. Don Duguid, Canadian champion, has a nice ring to it. You can attest to this. It sounds even better when you add world title.
Well, that's right. I mean, being a world champion has a great ring to it. And this team worked long and hard. They played great all week. McAulay today was just unbelievable. He made everything. He played a tough shot with his first hit and roll, then he'd come back with a finesse draw to the forefoot. He had everything going for him. He made everything. He never gave Lindholm a chance.
Well, he was so precise with all his shots. He would make a hit and roll and put the stone exactly where he wanted it. He couldn't really have carried the stone down and placed it much better.
That's right. They got off to a little bit of a shaky start, and Lindholm had a really tough time drawing, and I think that really helped the Canadian team. But McAulay was unbelievable. He was flawless in every part of his game. His ice calling, his strategy, his shot making. He was the complete curler today.
And he also demonstrated during the course of the game that if Brent Pierce, who has done some skipping on his own, thought another shot might be a little better, he could accommodate him.
Well, that's right. He is an accommodating skip. We saw that with the double Pierce made in the ninth end. I mean, he kind of threw it a little bit harder than he should have, and he came up smelling like a rose, made a double, ended up scoring another two. But they complement each other. They play great as a team. They're very aggressive, and, you know, they love the game of curling, and that means a lot to the team, that they all play together and they play hard.
An unprecedented third world championship for the province of British Columbia this year. That's quite an achievement.
It really is, you know, for a province. They got some great curlers there. They got a great curling program, and that's really a great thing to see, that one province dominates like that. I know Manitoba's done it, Saskatchewan's done it in their time, and so has Alberta. But for BC, I think it's extra special.
So BC claims both the women's title yesterday, Kelly Law the winner, and it's a sweep of the two world championships with Greg McAulay's 9-4 triumph today over Sweden. We'll be back after this.
In racing or on the road, top quality replacement parts are a must, which is why I recommend the full range of UAP Napa parts. UAP Napa, the right brand for the job.
Let's talk hard-working engines. Pretty rough, huh? Well, you wanted full off-road capabilities. You know, just in case all the drive-thrus get moved to the mountains. But guess what? You got a hard-working engine. Better get a hard-working oil. This is Quaker State 4x4, a synthetic blend for hard-working engines. It's been tested for pure maximum protection. Nothing's better. Quaker State, sensible technology. What more do you need to know?
If you got a problem, don't care what it is. If you need a hand, I can show you this. I can help. I got two strong arms. I can help. It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help.
F-Series, Canada's best-selling line of trucks for 34 years. Ford, for now, forever.
tough headache. It takes just one small thing to make you miserable. For fast relief, remember, one Advil is often enough. Advil, for today's tough pain.
Next year, Nokia will bring the most prestigious curling event in the universe to Ottawa for 9 unforgettable days. Nokia Brier 2001. Be among the first 2001 fans to purchase a full event package, and you'll receive a collector's edition pin commemorating the first ever Nokia Brier. Begin your 2001 Odyssey now by calling one of these numbers or visit us online. Nokia Brier 2001. The Odyssey has begun.
In racing or on the road, top quality replacement parts are a must, which is why I recommend the full range of UAP Napa parts. UAP Napa, the right brand for the job.
Spectacular undersea scenery sets the tone for a gala event hosted by Evan Adams and Annie Gallipo with Susan Aglukart. And the 5th generation with performances by mezzo-soprano Marion Newman and violinist Tara Louise Montour with Graham Greene. Honoring 14 outstanding Aboriginal people. The 7th Annual National Aboriginal Achievement Awards, Tuesday at 9 on CBC. Noon Saturday, Shandon Zhao set the pace for Magic on Ice, the Masters, featuring Michelle Kwan. It's hot, it's cold. NHL Cool Shots has Stanley Cup fever. All eyes on the playoffs. Revisit Hockey Day in Canada, celebrating the national game with Ron McLean leading the charge. And making a splash in Greece, the World Short Course Championships. The drive to Sydney begins. Noon Saturday.
It's BC's year in curling. Kelly Law wins the women's world title with a victory over Switzerland yesterday. And today, it's Greg McAulay and his BC Forum triumphant in the men's final to go with Brad Coon's world junior title, an unprecedented 3 in 1 year. The Stanley Cup playoffs are set to begin. 3 Canadian teams have made it to the first round. Sundin and the Leafs ahead against Radek Bonk and the Senators. Then Doug Waite and the Edmonton Oilers playing either Dallas or St. Louis. Wow, a Canadian sweep to end the curling season, a season of triumph and tragedy. Thanks for watching, and so long from Scotland.